Good evening. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope everybody is lovely. And I took note of the early birds, so I will give them out a little bit later or throughout the stream. Probably go about an hour and a half, maybe a little over an hour and a half this evening. I might not get a full 2 hours in. I feel lopsided. I was going to talk about something else tonight. I really had something else entirely different on my mind this evening. But apparently we've come to this. We're going to be talking about niggas and chicken. Now you say, Honcho, you don't know that it was a nigga that did it. Oh, that was a nigga that did it. I don't care if they're white, black, Mexican. I don't care if they're fucking Chinese. It was niggas involved with this fucking chicken. But welcome to the den. It is an honor, a privilege, a pleasure to get to speak with you guys. I know the last couple of days I've been MIA. I've been recalibrating, fixing some things, working on some things, generally self things. But we're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about some other things associated with this. Because it's not just about the chicken. It's bigger than the fucking chicken sandwich, right? So, see what we got joining us. I may not catch everybody. I know some of you guys were in here early, but we'll stroll to the top of the list and see what we got in the mix. Jason S. Ron Elijah D. The Gamma, Sweetberry, INF Storms, Only One Lie. What's the motherfucking deal? Coltrid. Last chicken standing. Let me see. Sweetberry, you don't get 2 shout outs. Female Simp, what's the motherfucking deal? Miss Bell, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Shelly Long might have did it actually. Shelly might have done it. She's a chicken culprit. Louis, what's the motherfucking deal? Mary, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see.
Dan Strong donated $5. Prince George's County is 63% black. Your assumption is statistically fair.
Appreciate the love, Dan Strong. Oh, when I saw it, I mean, it just look, and people wonder why stereotypes exist, right? I mean, this is where we are in society. Shout out to Edwin, man. Like you said, this is a fucking episode of the Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? Beyond the funny nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Prepaid Mike, what's the motherfucking deal? D Love, what's the motherfucking deal? Look, man, I told you I retired from them motherfucking my message. If it's on Facebook, I don't have any Facebook messages. I haven't accessed that. I don't even know the access to that account. Iman is a terrible person. The worst of all kinds of people. So let's say what's happening. Dominic Delgado, what's the motherfucker? K Grace, what's the motherfucking deal? Nacho, what's up, Nacho? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Heidi. Hello, Heidi. 503, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see, man. Hey, look, Jack, if I missed you, I ain't dish you. Broderick, we ain't talking about no goddamn Texas Broderick. John Doe, what's the motherfucking deal? Look, man, let me see, make sure I ain't missing nobody. I try to get everybody. I try not to leave any stone unturned. But, players fuck up from time to time. So, I got the wrong hashtags. I'm see, that's what I be doing. I be rushing and shit. I gotta go. I'm gonna fix it while we're in the background. Well, after I put the thing up. But let's go ahead. Let's read the article real quick so I can get that out the way and I'll fix this shit. And I mean, it's to the point. Look, when we talk about this fucking chicken sandwich. Now, if y'all know, I tried to put y'all niggas on the chicken sandwich what are we in, November? 8 months ago. Before the shit blew up, before the crackheads and the ratchets got their hands on the fucking chicken sandwich. I tried to put y'all on the chicken sandwich. Y'all was like, no way, Honcho. It's not better than the Chick-fil-A sandwich. You're just talking crazy. Just because your dog wants the sandwich doesn't mean it's a good sandwich. Just get the fuck out of here. Now, you see the chicken sandwich epidemic is worse than crack in the 80s. And this is where we are now. Since the shit blew up, I have not fucked with the sandwich since it blew up. I had the sandwich plug. When everybody's talking about the sandwich is gone, There's no sandwich, bro. Look, I had the sandwich plug. I could pull up in a Popeyes line when nobody be there. I get pristine customer service, equal to the level of Chick-fil-A. Nah, I don't ever get that good, but close. But but once I saw how niggas was going loco over the fucking shit, I'm done. I'm telling you, man, I'm separating. I'm separating from niggerdom. I can't take it no more. I really can't. I'm gonna go to the mountains of Tibet somewhere and just meditate the rest of my fucking life away. Because I don't even want to believe the shit I'm hearing anymore. It just seems like, right now, life seems like just it seems like a fucking a premise for some stand-up joke. This is where we are right now. But, but it's just some things I want to talk about. And I'm going to talk about niggas, I'm going to talk about chicken, and I'm going to talk about a bunch of shit. We're going to have a good episode. And I ain't going to talk too long. I'm going to open up the lines. Like I said, we might not go as long as normal tonight. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, I guess let me move my ass out the way. Big ass head. I'm just duck in the corner right here. All right, just don't mind me, player. I'm just here in the corner. So, Popeyes customer stabbed to death over the chicken sandwich in an argument while waiting in line at a Maryland restaurant during nationwide chaos. It sounds like an article about the fucking apocalypse. Nationwide chaos over a fucking chicken sandwich. This is where we're at, y'all. This is where we have reached peak society. Yeah, I'm definitely taking to Mexico. Man, don't do it, Shirley. Don't let them put that crack chicken on you. Miss Cartier, how you doing? Professor Trill, what's the motherfucking deal? Son of Tony, what's the motherfucking deal? Like I said, it's not a bad sandwich, but it's not like what people. Y'all saw somebody drop the recipe out there. He gonna end up dead. Like Epstein didn't kill himself. Chicken. The nigga who put the Popeyes recipe didn't kill himself. Oxon Hill, Maryland. Again, I'm not super familiar with Maryland, so shout out to Dan Strong. He said it's 63% black, so that tells you what the likelihood statistics say. This is prime niggerdom right here. Police confirmed a male was found with multiple stab wounds in the parking lot. I would describe how a dude cut the line before they went outside. Cut the line, got his ass cut. Well, I don't know who got cut. Maybe the nigga who was complaining about it, because sometimes you just better shut the fuck up. Niggas is crazy. If a nigga is willing to cut the line during chicken chaos, the nigga might have issues. You might not want to fuck with him. Now, see, this is the player ass shit though. See, Popeyes pulled a player move. When they knew they wouldn't have any competition. I'm gonna tell y'all, they pulled the okie doke on me, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you something here in just a minute. Fast food chain bought it back on a National Sandwich Day, which happened to fall on a Sunday when Chick-fil-A was closed, right? So they did some old hoe shit, because last night I was like, fuck. I was dipping and dabbing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to slide by Chick-fil-A. Not realizing it was a fucking Sunday night. And I'm pulling up. I'm like, oh, ain't no lie. This bitch closed. No wonder. But it is what it is. Social media users sharing photos of long lines, blocking a lane in California. California's a terrible place. Other clips show customers brawling and staff turning on each other in midline. This is where we're at, over some chicken. Popeyes rep told Daily Mail Monday that the response has been truly extraordinary and unprecedented, but declined to share specifics. These motherfuckers ran out of buns, and that's why they stopped selling the chickens. They didn't have enough bread. Bring your own bread. Anyway, like I said, I want to describe how dude cut the line before they went outside, and dude got stabbed. You can tell who the news. The news does this bullshit. They go find the most ratchet, and I don't even know who to do it, but they go find the most ratchet. I think they have there must be some type of what do they call that shit? Sensitivity training. Now, they give the police when shit happens. Like, news media has some ignorance training, because they have a way of going and finding the most ignorant motherfuckers. Marie Lovely, what's the motherfucking deal? They have a way of going and finding Toxic Femininity, what's the motherfucking deal? They have a way of finding the most ignorant motherfuckers and getting them on the news. Nicole, what's the motherfucking deal? So my thing is this, right? Dude cut the line before they went outside. Dude got stabbed. And now we can't leave because they have to make sure there's no blood. So could you imagine being stuck in a long ass line to get the chicken sandwich? Motherfucker get stabbed.
Professor
They haul
Trill
sales on the chicken
donated
sandwich.
$5. Come on, Honcho. That person got killed over an argument, not over a chicken sandwich.
But
Hashtag FAKENEWS. Hashtag STOPTHENONSCNSE.
I damn wrap up. See, I knew this comment was gonna happen, and I knew this before because I thought about it. I was like, well, it's not really over. He cut the line for the chicken sandwich. This is what created the argument. The chicken sandwich did not exist. This altercation does not take place. The chicken sandwich caused the line, which caused the gentleman or the dude to cut, which caused dude to end up getting cut. So it all goes back to the source, and the source is the goddamn chicken sandwich, Professor Trill. But I get what you're saying. 'Cause trust me, I thought about that before the stream because I knew you was gonna say. I knew Trill specifically, of all people, was gonna say something. But imagine that getting stuck in the fucking line to get the sandwich, then basically being stuck inside because somebody got stabbed, so you can't leave. You are stuck dealing with chicken and chicken niggas. This is crazy shit, right? So it says, don't know if any arrests have been made or the identities. You can tell me they ain't got no cameras in the motherfucking the Popeyes. They got some damn cameras in there. But anyway, this is the scene. Shit, they should have went to the seafood and sub spot. Fuck that Popeyes. You know, since they got all taped off and you blocked in the Popeyes. Imagine getting your sandwich and being disappointed and then having to be stuck in that bitch. But they said, so like I said, again, all kind of craziness. What is this? Fights between people fighting. So you telling me this is just random? This is all due to the chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich has created this negative energy in our society, Professor Trill. Why are all these things happening only at Popeyes in a short period of time all over the nation? The chicken sandwich is to blame. We cannot look, hey, got to put blame where blame is due, and blame goes on the goddamn chicken sandwich. Look at this shit. They out there beefing. Look, they about to scrap. This is what I'm saying. This is all over. This ain't even just this Tallahassee, Florida. They done turned on each other. The staff done turned on each other. Look at this shit. This is California. California traffic already bad. Look at this shit. For a chicken sandwich. This is all due to the chicken sandwich trio. Man, look. It has not been happening at the same restaurant all over the nation. This is all chicken chaos. Okay? Yes, niggas been fighting. Niggas gonna fight after every club in America. Niggas gonna fight. Niggas get drunk. Niggas fight. That's what happens. But you telling me at any other time in American history, this is American history taking place right now. And look at these niggas. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Niggas done lost him. Look at this. This nigga ready to scrap. He about to shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? This nigga went and got 10 sandwiches, and he mad because they had 10 sandwiches. This is what I'm saying, though. This is crazy stuff. Look at this. This is all the blame. There's no taking any of the blame off the chicken sandwich, man. You can't. There's no other. Look at this shit. This shit is ridiculous. The only other time Popeyes used to jump off like this is when they had the 99-cent 2 pieces. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. But when they didn't fucking when they start going up in price, you saw the line start declining, right? But now they got this fucking chicken sandwich, not the 2-piece special, the 2-piece Tuesday special. Popeyes is a terrible place. Look at this shit, man. App ain't working. Look at this shit. Niggas don't even want the sandwich. They want the wing. Look at this shit. 10:30. What do niggas get up at 10:30 in the morning? You know what I'm saying? What do niggas get up for at 10:30 in the morning? Chicken sandwiches, man. Look at this shit. Look at this shit all over the fucking country. Look at this shit. Now, like, come on, man. There's no denying the blame lies upon the chicken sandwich. Period. You know what's that shit that they be saying? The shitty girl. Period. This is chicken shit. This is literally chicken shit, man. But anyway, I mean, I'm not surprised. Let me get myself back where I need to be. Let me center myself. Shout out to everybody. If I miss you, I ain't dish anybody who may have slid up in here. Alicia Moore, what's the motherfucking deal? This is a joke, man. This is what I'm saying. Big Mexican, what's the motherfucking deal? But all I'm saying is, over what? This man is dead over a chicken sandwich. Because that is the source, that is the primary reason why he wouldn't have been in that place if it wasn't for going to get a chicken sandwich. The line wasn't so long because of the popularity of this chicken sandwich. He wouldn't have cut the line. People wouldn't have been heated because they're already mad. That energy wouldn't be there. This man is dead because of the chicken sandwich. There's nowhere else to cast blame. Popeyes needs to pay
Dan
for it.
Strong donated
Look,
$5. This reminds me of that simp in Florida that killed that man in that Waffle House. Conflict resolution is a missing skill from many of our people.
absolutely. Absolutely. I was disappointed in I'm a Texans fan. I was extremely saddened by Deshaun Watson saying that the Popeyes chicken sandwich healed his eye. That's some old down south southern crazy church shit. The personal prep package healed me. I can't do it, man. Right. Yeah, they was good when I was doing, because I had the plug, Rashid. I didn't have to do, there was nobody fighting, because nobody knew. When I was eating the sandwiches, nobody knew about them. I tried to tell y'all to get on them then. Y'all was like, this nigga crazy. Once the secret got out, niggas started going crazy over the sandwiches. They lost their mind. Okay? They lost, and I'm not pretending. That sandwich is good. It's not that damn good. You put too much of the damn spicy mayo on the bitch. You got to tell them to put that shit on the side. Like, I got to put my own mayo on the bitch. But either way, anyway, yes.
Heidi Kleindienst
Chick-fil-A Club.
donated $2
Gang,
through
gang.
Super Chat. Huncho prefers coon fillet.
Appreciate the love, Dan, Professor Trill, and Heidi. But here's my thing, man. Here's my thing. People love clout. They want to do all that shit. It is what it is. It's like, I didn't think the second coming of the sandwich would be that big of a fucking deal. It really isn't. Like, everybody had these bitches. It's not all that. Oh, Rick and Morty's coming back out soon. But I'm more excited about Rick and Morty and all that shit. But people are losing their mind over fucking fast food, man. This is Popeye. Oh, I want to say something, man. I went to, we talk about all the black oppression in here. We talk about how black people are oppressed and we just can't win, right? I don't know how many of y'all in the city. I know not everybody's in Houston. But my old lady put me on this restaurant called Grand Lux. Cool little spot. On the way there, we saw some Iraqis. They were protesting for something. I don't know. But went to Grand Lux. I'm like, hey, this place ain't that bad. It's actually a pretty nice little venue, you know? And it's cool. I'm enjoying it. Food was good, all that stuff. But I noticed there was nothing but black people in there. Overwhelmingly black. I'm like, where's the oppression? Where are we suffering here? Because this is a very nice place. I'm not saying it's like the top of the line, the finest place I've ever been, but it's a nice place. Let me fix the hashtags. Appreciate that, Beyond a Funny Nigga. But I'm just sitting here, man, like, this is nice. This is a nice place. And what are we crying about? Because I'm just looking, I'm like, the majority of the restaurant, it was black people. Black people working there, black people eating there. Yeah, there were some other races, and they were enjoying their food as well. But I'm just, man, yeah. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm done with this stuff, this mentality. I've been done with it. But like I say, this is the reason why this whole thing right here, and I'm talking about this, and I'm talking maybe like 3-4 more minutes, and then we're gonna open up the line so you guys can call in. You guys can talk about whatever's on your mind. We'll have the 10-minute rule. I will enforce it properly this evening. But here's the thing, right? I was watching this video, came across this video on my timeline, and it was some black folks. Well, they said Negroes back then in the 1950s, right? 50s, I want to say about the 50s, maybe 60s. Black and white TV, ABC News, and they were interviewing black people in Los Angeles. And these people were doing very well for themselves, right? You know what I'm saying? Very well for themselves. And you know what their biggest problem was? It's so funny. This is the 50s, right? We're going into the 2020s, so about 70 years. And they said, hey, I don't wake up first thing in the morning and say my problem is that I'm black. I feel like I'm a person just like anybody else. We're talking about when laws were designed, when niggas was getting lynched and all these other problems and racism was prevalent and all this other stuff was going on. Dentists, people with good job. I remember one guy I don't want to say what the other guy, people's job, but I don't know exactly what they were, so I don't want to lie. But one guy was a dentist and he was just talking about, what their biggest issue was? Their biggest issue is they were mad about other black people moving to Los Angeles. Niggas from the South moving to Los Angeles. That was their biggest complaint. It wasn't, LAPD like, the notorious LAPD is. Their biggest complaint was other black people moving in. 1,600. It was 1,600 niggas a month from the South and moving to LA. Right? And that was their biggest problem. And so I'm like, how is 70 years later, we're still having these same issues. We're still having the same stuff. And I wish I could have found the original source of it because I wanted to share it. I'm going to try to find it. I just saw a couple of clips on the Twitter feed. But they were sitting around at a table, and it wasn't just light skin. It was dark. It was all of them. They were well-to-do, nicely dressed, And so I just thought, it's your mentality, man. It's really the mentality. And it's education. It's a lot of these things that we take for granted. We point fingers, we point blame. But it's funny, if people don't agree with certain shit, I told you I'm disassociating with niggas. Y'all don't call me King Coon. Y'all don't call me Uncle Tom, whatever. Since my life, my mentality has changed. I've seen it firsthand. The way I thought about stuff changed. Shit changed. And I wish I could pass that on to so many other people. Just to see, even if it was just for a day, to see how beautiful of a thing that is. But some people make a living off keeping you ignorant. Some people make a living off telling you that you can't. Some people make a living off suppressing you. But the people who are doing it aren't the people that you think it is. And one of the people that's doing it is yourself. And the other person is Popeyes. Goddamn it. Let's open up this line. Let's see what's going on, man. Because it's just a bunch of crazy. I want to know your thoughts, man. Like I said, I know we missed a couple of days. And I apologize for that. Like I said, I just had to recalibrate a couple of things. Get some shit in order. And like I said, just really figuring. Excuse me. Just getting some things in order. To be a better content creator, to be a better host, to do a lot more overall, and to get better in my goddamn health. I actually went running today. Well, not. It was this new thing that they're doing called jogging. I think the J is silent. I went for a nice little jog today. Got me a couple of miles in. It's been a long time since I've done that, but it was nice. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. Get my ass up early and do it again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and a couple of days a week. I'm gonna start off slow boogie until I get comfortable. Then I'm gonna start turning up the pace. But welcome everybody. If you're not familiar with the Den, we do this live every night at 10 p.m. Central. This is the best conversation on the internet. The reason why this is the best conversation on the internet is because of you. We'll be opening up the line to take calls shortly. I know we're active, but we'll have the 10-minute rule in effect. If the line gets really active, then we may shorten it. But for the most part, you can call or you can text if you have something you would like to share. And fuck it, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's open this thing up. What's the fucking number? Wow, there's a number. Let's talk about it, man. Have you eaten the chicken sandwich? Has the chicken sandwich changed your? Have you brought the chicken sandwich into your soul? God damn, I gotta close these fucking windows. But the line is open. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this, whatever's on your mind. You know the deal. Like I said, whatever's on your mind. It doesn't always have to be the topic that we're speaking on. Sometimes there's other things that are going on that I may have missed. I miss a lot of shit. So, just, if it's something shaking, let me know. Harriet Tubman, that's terrible. We don't even want to talk about it. So, it is what it is. Give me some pistachios. I'm gonna y'all plexing over pistachios. Let me pull up the chat because y'all all over the place. All right, cool. But it's good to see y'all, man. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I don't stream, and like I said, we do this nightly. When I don't stream, I do miss all you wonderful den folk. I do enjoy the conversations. I do enjoy the arguments. I do enjoy sitting back and sometimes y'all be attacking each other. But it's all love. We're all friends in the den, except for Shannon. Somebody probably should have locked the door and not let Shannon in the den. So, there's that.
Can't forget the den.
I can't forget the den, baby. Every time I hear that shit, if you are from H-Town, y'all know what that is. The race of my false accuser. Oh, I'll give you one guess, Heidi. And if you guess it right, I will give 20,000 pistachios to the den folk of your choice. Yeah, Shannon is a bad kid. And the reason why is one, she's from Kansas City. Ding ding ding, Heidi. There you go. every time I hear that bitch, I start getting crunked. I'm like, if you wasn't in H Town when Wanna Be a Baller came out, you just not gonna know the energy. You just not gonna know the feeling. But every time I hear that stuff, I damn near want to start singing. I have to catch myself, like, because especially when somebody subscribes on the stream. And welcome to G Man. I got all these fucking lines. Got the name all fucked up. G Man Kondo. You are the newest friend in the den. That shit had me ready. Shannon, I see. This is why I say Shannon don't listen. I love Shannon, but she just don't listen. Anytime a question, Shannon does the opposite of what is supposed to be happening. So you get one question, one chance, she answers 2 or 3 times, or she just don't listen. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
You know it's Belle.
How are you doing this evening, Miss Bell?
Yep. I gotta put my teacher hat on for a minute, and we gotta get the ruler out for a second here. Now, I got no problem you not having it done, but when you not on time, you late in the classroom. So, giving all of us at least a 15 minutes heads up if you know you're not gonna have it done would satisfy a lot of shit. So it's fine that you don't have to have it done. We're not, it is what it is. But to give us notice to say, hey, we're good with that. It helps a lot. We don't have a right to say you have to be there because you're not making big bucks to be there, but just let us know. And that's the rule is put away on that. Now, as far as the sandwich goes, stupid ass, shit ass people fighting over a damn clucker. I don't get it. Vegans are laughing at all the meat eating people going, what the hell are you doing? There's plenty of other places to go. Not that I'm vegan, but it was a different opposition than other people were taking. And it hadn't been brought in for their part of the fight in this particular cause, because they're generally the most granola. Now, that being said, what was the last thing you were talking about before you came on? Before I came.
What was I talking about?
That kind of a day.
I think I was talking about the news clip that I saw from the 50s where they were interviewing, some prominent black citizens in LA. I wouldn't even say prominent, just I guess regular black citizens. They were just talking about issues that they were facing, in the 50s. And they were talking about, one of their biggest concerns were other blacks moving into LA, but they were impoverished, they were uneducated, and coming from the South. And even though a lot of those people that came from the South, they were more educated and doing better for themselves. And so they said their biggest issue was other black people coming in and, kind of messing things up for them.
Okay. I'm going to probably set shit on fire tonight. This has been sort of sitting in my craw for a while, and I'm like really kind of not knowing how it's going to come out, but I'll deal with the fallout once it's been said. I will never understand the plight of the African American and the disrespect and the struggle that the ethnicity has had to go through because of their skin color. But what I really get pissed at is the generalization is you don't know what it's like for us when not every us went through that particular struggle. There were people that had privilege, and there were people that truly didn't have any privilege at all. But that's going on with all races. And I'm wondering when the only label I have is the victim card is going to stop and have ownership of the fact that it still goes on We've come some way, but we have a ton of way to go, but we're survivors, not victims. And that's what the question I'm asking. I'm trying not to make it judgmental as hell, even though I'm sure it's probably come across that way. It's not meant to be. That's never where I'm at. I just don't understand the victimology rather than the survivor saying we're going to get through this and it's going to get better, rather than my struggle is always worse than yours, when you don't know where you're coming into somebody else's life and what their chapter of their book and their life is going on. And I've had it happen even in the den by saying, you'll never know our struggle. Well, honestly, some of the women don't know the struggle that I've had being with a black man and being questioned by black women about why my husband was with me when his first 2 wives were black and they were dark chocolate. So you don't know somebody else's story until it's there. And I understand taking up for your culture, but where does it become not that victim mentality? Do you see where I'm going with that?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Here's the thing, Miss Bell.
And I'm not disagreeing that it didn't happen, and I know. I have personally heard stories from my husband about things he had to deal with. So I just don't understand that part of it. Can you explain that?
Oh, I really wish that I could. I wish that...
It's a topic that needs to be talked about, because to me that's much more of a political thing that we kind of... It's the elephant in the room that doesn't get talked about, is the victimization of it, and are we going to survive this, or are we going to wallow in it?
I agree. But here's the thing about it.
I'm not looking at the boards because I know I'm probably getting my ass filleted on it. Just like that damn chicken sandwich over the weekend. But, you know, I'm going to be honest, and I want there to be healing. I want there to be togetherness. But the fact is I can't stand it when somebody says my pain's worse than yours when there's no respect for that other person, because they're so involved in their own particular plight, they can't always reach out to know that other people have pain.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. And you're absolutely right, no matter what you say.
Yeah, my ass gets played tonight. Listen, I'm good with that. But the fact is, I'm not going to shy away from that either.
And that's why I love it. Oh.
And I absolutely respect the culture because I've been blessed to be a part of it for a long time. But it doesn't mean I don't have that. I have the right to deserve to knowing why. It doesn't mean I'm ever going to get the frickin' answer I want. But at least the fact that it's an open dialogue changes some things, and ownership can happen. Instead of sliding on the rug and saying, well, this is a black issue, you have no idea, you don't get it. Well, explain it to the white girl, because I want to know.
So you got to understand, I think part of it is, I think we've gotten to a point in society where, you know, one, it's the victim mentality is trending, and some people embrace it. Some people may not be familiar with other things because we've been trained to think a certain way. And I think that you have to look outside of your own experience. And I think a lot of people, you know, they figure, hey, well, you know, it is what it is. They see the other side as being greener. So they don't understand how can somebody on the other side have had this, or they have these advantages, or whatever else it may be. But you may be able to try to lump that in a generalization, but you don't know the individual. Because in the same way that we sit here and say, well, you know, we're suffering because of this. Well, there's some of us who are winning and doing quite well, better than most. There's quite a few in that 1% category. But we tend to overlook that to acknowledge the plight of the masses. And so I think that that's kind of the issue, is just where you focus your attention. So I think that it's a mental thing. I think that it's a... what's the
loaded question is what it is. And the grass being greener usually only happens with horse manure. It's got to be some sort of bullshit that makes the grass greener, because it's the only thing that makes it makes it grow is the bullshit.
I agree. I agree.
You know, or the septic tank, whatever way you want to look at it. You know, and I'm not sure, you're probably young enough to not remember, quote unquote, growing up
Heidi
with the Joneses.
Kleindienst donated
Keeping
$2
up with the
through
Joneses,
Super
which
Chat.
then if they got a,
Bryant
if they got
Roscoe
a
is Tyree
Lexus,
from
you
Mad
need to
Real
have a
World
Lexus on the
hashtag
same street,
Lysol.
or if they had a, you know, a convertible, then you needed to have a convertible. If one had a Cadillac, the other one needed a Lincoln, kind of shit. And that started in the 70s and 80s when corporate started meaning something across the board in all cultures, because people were starting to be able to make some pretty good money, you know? And that really affected society, too, because people were maxing out credit cards, and this is not just white people, black people, Asian people. People who were in the affluent areas were maxing out their credit and living on their credit so that they could look better than their neighbors. And that's where the entrance of the beginning of bougie probably came in, too. I'm making an assumption there, but I don't think I'm far off the mark. You know? I'd like to be challenged on that. I never have a problem with that. I like people to think a little more than they do, but there's a lot of people in the den that do. That's the great thing about this group. We are all extremely diverse. I don't agree with everybody, and not everybody agrees with me.
I agree. Only Jones I don't want to keep up with is Shannon Jones because she's terrible. But
wait a minute. Who'd you just blast?
I said only Jones I don't want to keep up with is Shannon Jones because she's terrible.
I like Shannon because, you know, she's honest. She's genuine. It may be Shannon, but she's herself, and she owns her own shit. And I would rather know somebody that's going to own their crap than somebody that's going to bullshit their way through.
I don't know about Shannon. I don't trust him. I don't trust Shannon at all, and I never will. But here's the deal, Ms. Bell. We got the 10-minute going on. I'm gonna be stricter on enforcing it so people can't attack me. Say I left them on hold and did them bad. But
hey, it's all good. I got mine in. Don't forget my pistachios, and I got the night started. So I'm happy camper.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Bell. I appreciate you getting the party started. And as always, it's good to hear from you. The bell has rung. Class is in session.
Okay. No, Joe.
Good evening. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Mr. Honcho, it's your favorite white person. Dan.
Yes, Dan, the white man. How are you doing this evening, Dan?
Yeah.
What's going on,
I'm doing
Dan?
just fine, sir. I'm doing fine, and I already cut off the chat because I'm going to say something that might offend people, so I already turned off the chat. I ain't trying to see that shit. All right, so look, like I texted earlier, like I said, the percentage of black people in Prince George's County, which is where the stabbing happened, it's majority black. And I mean, when the news goes out of its way to not say the race of somebody, it generally is going to lean towards one thing. Because I guarantee you, if a white person had stabbed a black person in a Chick-fil-A or a Waffle House or a house, it already been on the cover of USA Today, Time Magazine. You already seen it. And those are released at night. You already seen it. So it feels that they're trying to keep this quiet, even though the person that did the stabbing is still a wanted suspect. I would like a description of this man so I know how to avoid him. You know what I'm saying? But they're not saying we're looking for a suspect. He wore a T-shirt and jeans. Well, that's very descriptive. Thank you very much. I'm gonna be safe tonight. I think that's bullshit. Just be honest about it.
Yeah.
But Honcho, I mean, you could be wrong. I'd be wrong about it. You know, maybe it was two white guys. It's like how white people riot after their team wins the Super Bowl or whatever, or win the World Cup or the Stanley Cup or whatever. I mean, it's possible, sure, but the statistics lean towards a certain matter.
Yes.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll apologize for it. But I got a feeling. And we already know when it comes to fast food and restaurants in general, but not the high-class joints, but actually, no, I take that back. A lot of these joints, when a lot of black people go there, it's a lot of ruckus and foolishness. And I'm sure someone's going to say, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I do. Let me tell you something. So in between college and the military, I worked a lot of odd jobs. I worked construction for a summer with my dad. I did a lot of work study jobs for the school. But the job I had longest before I joined the military, for about 3 years, I was a server at Applebee's. And let me tell you something. The African-American Negro, by and large, was one of the most difficult people I had to deal with. I've been called all kinds of names, faggot, pussy, ugly as fuck nigga, nigga you gay. These are all black people.
Yeah.
I had someone put hands on me. I had people try to get me fired. And I was good at my job.
Wow.
Every once in a while I'll forget something, but people would do stuff, and mostly black people who did this. I had like an old white couple call me a nigger. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. And she's gonna die anyway. It's just, they're old as hell. They're probably dead now, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck about people. But when it came, by and large, when it came to like altercations I had with customers in my 3 years, the majority of it was black people. And this is what I say about this whole conflict resolution. Like, okay, let's say I got an order wrong. Now, here's one thing. So here's a story. So I had an old white guy and his two grandchildren. So I gave him like some pasta one time. There was a fly in the pasta. I couldn't see it. It was one of the cook's fault. And this guy didn't flip out. He didn't trip. He just said, hey, look, mind getting the manager? This ain't your fault, man. There's a fly under here. So I was like, oh, sir, I'm so sorry. Let me go get the manager real quick. And the manager yells at me like I did it. Like, yeah, I put the fly in there because I want to get yelled at. Yeah. Okay, could you talk to this gentleman, please? And the manager, being cheap, was like, let me get that half price off. And he's like, sir, really? Just take this off my menu so I can get something else. He's like, okay. I'm like, this is how cheap these managers are at these restaurants. So, there's no loyalty there. Now, I had a young black woman. It was her birthday. I remember this was a Friday, busy as hell. So she had a steak, well done, broccoli, and a baked potato. There was a French fry, not a fly, not an insect fly like the other man. There was a French fry next to her baked potato. I noticed it. I didn't think too much of it. I brought it out. She started crying, saying that was the worst server ever, tried to get me fired, got her whole meal taken off the menu. I mean, she had to pay for nothing. And I started to be nice to this bitch. This is the Negro when it comes to these fast food restaurants. And that first video I ever saw of you, Honcho, was that Waffle House simp that killed that man over not getting the bill paid, and that broad he was with. That when I first saw the video, I saw the way he broke it down. I was like, you know what? I need to listen to this man. I fuck with this dude, and so far so good, man. So I appreciate you doing videos like that, Honcho. Just be honest about this shit. Yeah. And it's just. Here's another statistic. Okay, so we have 12% of the population. I've said this before. We're responsible, us as black people, and y'all get mad as you want. I don't care. Responsible for about 51% of the violent crime in this country. Rape, robbery, murder. You can look this shit up yourself. I'm not making none of this shit up. So it's not really far to see how someone gets stabbed in a Waffle House or shot in the head at a Waffle House or stabbed at a Popeyes, whatever. And like I said, we don't know the race of this gentleman yet. But, I mean, it could be. I mean, you might be Hispanic. There's 20% Hispanic population in Prince George's County as well. It's really depressing that people go out of the way for. And I never had the chicken sandwich. I've been cooking my own food. I lost 50 pounds this past year. So I'm doing my own thing in terms of being better in terms of physically, mentally, and financially as well, as best as I can. Yeah. Oh, I hear noises. Oh,
no, that's the phone. I got to cut my sound effects, my little whatever that shit, media shit.
Oh no,
it's good.
Oh, no, you're good, Honcho. No problem, man. Like I said, I ain't trying to keep you out too long. It's just the level of conflict management in our community, it's really lacking. It's lacking. I mean, we've all seen it. I've seen it for 3 years. I've seen fights. I saw a bunch of college kids, 20 college kids, all black, came from some historically black university. They came in a restaurant. They were running around, making noises, screaming. And there's already like 40 other people in here. I had a gay black guy show me a picture of a penis one time. Whoa. Say like, what do you think of this? Yeah. And this is some foul shit. I never had white people treat me like that. Why is it that black people go out of their way to treat other people like that they never met? This is insane. I had a 16-year-old black girl say to another black girl, oh, he might try to give you some dick one day, or later on. Like, these are high school girls here.
That's terrible.
And I overheard that. I was like, this is depressing, man. Like, where are we at as a people? And I already know the comments. Nigga, you a coon. Nigga, what's wrong with you? Nigga, you going to hell. All this other stuff. And I understand that. I'm saying very offensive things. But the statistics back what I'm saying. They don't pull these numbers out of there. These aren't white statistics. These are statistics. Okay, you need to accept reality, and then when you accept reality, you learn how to evolve from that, improve. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's a point in my life where I denied a lot of this stuff out here. I denied the statistics. I still blame white people for my problems. But then it came to a point where I was at my lowest point in my life, and I realized I put myself here.
Yeah.
How do I get out of it? And that's when the gates start opening up in my mind, like, okay, so I don't want to blame anyone else for the actions that I took. But now I'm preaching. I'm being preachers. You know, fuck all that. Look, I don't know.
But I'm saying, I don't disagree with you. And that's the thing, though, you know, and sometimes maybe it takes experience. Again, you know, if you're raised around, I think that there's almost more fear of what's going on the other side or standing out and being independent, you know, being ridicule, you know, because we know black folks can be very vicious. Their roast game is on 100. But sometimes you gotta stand out and be independent, man. And the thing is, just take all the emotions and the feelings out of it. Because trust me, I agree with a lot of the stuff you're saying. But, you know, people get kind of an emotional attachment. But the thing is, you have to take the emotion out of it. And you have to look at the reality of it. If you take your feelings out of it and just say, okay, this is what I've experienced in this environment. This is what I've experienced in this environment. If you look at the double standards, when you talk about, you know, we can talk about it. You have an incident with a law enforcement officer happen to be white. A nigga can come through the hood, shoot up 14 people. Oh, it's no big deal. That's just the hood. You know, you shoot one dude who was stealing, or the guy who was at the Dollar General who had pulled a gun because the employee shot him. Then people are mad and enraged. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't see how people embrace the double standard. Now, it is what it is, but I mean, it's just unfortunate that people they're so emotionally attached to things that they let that cloud their reason, and I think that's a very bad problem.
It's hilarious at this point because, like I said, I just don't like where it's going, man. I really don't. But yeah, niggas are crazy. You know, just look, man. Fuck Popeyes. Fuck that chicken sandwich. Black people, look, as bad as obesity is in the black community, we need to leave fast food alone, bro. By and large, at least try to eat healthier.
Yes.
Obesity is a huge problem. Diabetes, got to be on dialysis, bro. This is serious, man. I know you know it, Honcho, it's serious, but a lot of people don't, man. And I'm not one of these, like, I'm not trying to act like I'm more holier than thou. No. I fucked my life up more than once, but I've found a way to bounce back so far, and I don't want to go down that road again. But that dude who stabbed that guy, that simp who shot that man in that Waffle House, they're not coming back. They're going to prison for a very long time. Those 700 women that decided to sleep with that idiot, they're not coming back from HIV. There are permanent action. There are permanent consequences for some of these decisions. Doing life in prison, you brought a kid into this world. You don't know how to take care of it. Well, some of y'all just go straight to the welfare office, so you already got your option there. I'm done with it. I separate too, man. I'm done. You can't explain this shit. So the best thing I can do is the people I love, my niece and nephews, I do my best to steer them away from that shit, bro.
I agree.
That's it. And it's about that time I'm going to go get off the line, and I'll read the comments later as usual.
I don't know. You had a couple, but I don't think they was as bad this time. I think you might be starting to win some people over there, Dan.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about none of that. I mean, if you do agree with me, that's cool. If not, cool. It's America. You have a right to say, fuck that nigga. He full of shit. He sounds white anyway. You know, what black woman hurt him? He hates himself. You can say everything you want. Knock yourself out. Honcho, have a good night. Dan, do what you got to do, man.
All right, Dan, man. It's always good to hear from you, man.
Absolutely, sir. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Y'all fired up tonight. That's what I'm talking about. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, what's good, Honcho? This your boy Dakota.
Dakota. What's the motherfucking deal? Dakota, what's on your mind, man?
Oh, man, I want to address Miss Bell and dude that just got off the line.
Okay.
Now, Miss Bell, she coming from a legit place. She just want to know. She want answers. Why do we play victim? And this is a prime example. White people will do shit to us, and then punish us for it. Prime example, myself. I'm an electrician. I have sickle cell anemia. Do you know how sickle cell got started?
I'm not familiar. My sister actually had sickle cell, so I'm familiar with it, but I'm not familiar with the origins.
So the origin of sickle cell was to it was an experiment on World War One soldiers, black men, to see if they could be sent over to Africa and fight malaria. That's where sickle cell originated from. So, fast forward about 80, 90 years later to now. They gave my great, whatever the fuck you want to call them down the line, sickle cell. It trickled down. I got it. So now I'm being punished for some shit y'all know y'all gave me. Okay, cool, whatever, fuck it. I gotta be better. I'm at work. This happened the other day, like 2 days ago. I'm at work digging around in my work truck. Full uniform. A guy comes out, snap a picture of me. I go to my supervisor and I'm like, hey, bro, don't be surprised if the law show up. He was like, okay. Mind you, nobody's outside. It's just me. My supervisor's in the house talking with the customer. I'm like, all right, cool. About 15 to 20 minutes later, they sent 4 fucking laws. I am 5'5.5" and 130 pounds, bro. Who the hell am I robbing by myself? It's shit like that. That's why we play victim. And case in point, like, first of all, that welfare line, that shit kind of pissed me off because it's like, nigga, 38% of white people on welfare, 22.8% of black people on welfare. It's more white people on welfare than it is black people. But they paint the statistic that it's just niggas on welfare fucking up the country. No, that's not it. But same thing with this. Do you know white people kill each other on a 2-to-1 ratio than black people? But you don't hear white on white crime. You hear black on black crime, right? That's the thing. Crime is proximity, bro. That shit is happening on your front lawn, in the words of D.L. Hughley. So all that is those empty-ass statistics. That's what that shit is. It's media-oriented to paint us a certain way. And if you don't believe me, you can look all the shit up. I can back that shit up with facts. It hit my line. I'll give it to you. But anyway, what I do agree with him is there are niggas and there are black people. Niggas will do shit and then had a nerve to say free my nigga. Yes. Like my little cousin, this motherfucking server, he looking at about 45 years because he chose to get in his car, go rob a bank in fucking Pearland of all fucking places, and do it in his car. And then you got his partners talking about, oh, free my nigga Kevo. Like, no, nigga, he deserved to be in jail. He's stupid.
Yeah, I agree. And
but it's stuff like that, you know, and that I agree with. But to paint, and another thing with white people, they like to paint every other race. Like, I'm gonna give you 3 examples. Black people, we all steal, we all kill. Muslims, they all terrorists. Mexicans, they all illegals. How many white kids have shot up a fucking school? Oh, those are isolated incidents. They're just, and it always leads back to mental fucking health. Crack epidemic. Oh, niggas is just junkies. We running all over the fucking world, terrorizing, killing for crack. Okay, what about this opioid epidemic? Oh, they just sick. They need help. It's the same fucking drug. If you look up OxyContin and heroin, it's the same compound chemicals. Nothing changed. That's why they refer to OxyContin as hospital heroin. How do I know this? Because I didn't have sickle cell for 30 years of my life. So I researched what I put in my body because that shit. Like I didn't get this sick until I stopped listening to my mom, who had me on vegetables, who had me on, just solid, food supplements that would help me. I started listening to these fucking doctors, and next thing you know, I'm fucked up.
I agree.
But, you know, it's just shit like that bothers me because people want to throw empty-ass stats and don't know what the hell they talking about until they do the research. Another prime example. Why don't they teach us about the Stono Rebellion? Do you know what that is?
The Stoner Rebellion?
Yeah.
Nothing like that. It sounds familiar, but I couldn't give you any detail. Like I said, it sounds like something familiar. I'm not sure. Go ahead, but enlighten me, please.
The Stono Rebellion was happened between, I want to say, the 16 to 1700s. I gotta go look up the actual dates, but what happened was where they stopped importing African slaves for 10 years. And this is how they started going after the Native Americans here, the black people that was already thriving here. This is how they started illegally slaving them, because the Stono rebellions they killed about 25 white people and about 46 house niggas, and they did it in a fashion so bad, so glorious, that white people was like, look, bruh, we got to stop bringing them niggas over here because they killing us. They hung one dude by his intestines in front of his family. They left the women and children alone, but they killed the men and hung them up in a fashion that was like, damn. So they outlawed bringing important African slaves for 10 years and actually went after slave holders who were still doing it. But they don't teach you about that shit in school. So that's what I mean by white people will do shit. They would distort the truth, and then we react, and now we just all crazy fucking niggas.
So I got a question though for you, Dakota, and I see exactly where you're coming from. But do you put this on white people in general, or do you put this on like more so government entities? Because it seems like it's the people who are at the very top. Because I mean, come on, man, it's a lot of white people. You know, we talk about white privilege. Again, I'm not excusing anybody for anything. I just want to know your opinion. You know, it's a lot of white people that are just as down bad as any niggas you know. And I completely agree with the black people and niggas thing. And I'm super serious about that. And I think that's something I want to harp on in just a second. But what about them? You know, what is it? Because I think there's a common ground, but I just want to know your thoughts. What about them? Those who aren't benefiting, those who aren't thriving, those who are doing just as bad. I mean, as any nigga you know. Because I mean, you can think about it. Think about people over different cultures, but the poor white people you know act just like the poor niggas you know. What do you think that is? Why is that as opposed to them just benefiting or doing better?
Well, see, that's the thing. They do benefit. They just don't benefit in a way of economic wealth. They benefit in a way of benefit of the doubt. And what I mean by that is, I used to work for a guy. Actually, I work for his son now. His son is super cool, whatever. But I used to work for a guy who would say shit like, how many Mexicans you know don't use a shovel? Now, if the Mexican was to say that about the white guy, it would be racist. Now, the white guy saying it about the Mexican, it's just a dark, humorous joke. That's all it is. So they still benefit. They just don't benefit from economic wealth like the elites or the middle class, whatever you want to call them. They still benefit because I've seen poor white trash and go into a store, but they follow me, and I got over $2,000 in my pocket because of my profession, and they don't see the dude that just hit them for about $3,000 worth of merchandise. This is shit that's happened to me. I'm not pulling this shit out of my ass. I've seen this stuff.
Oh yeah,
you know. And like I said,
when I was young, we used to, and up to no good. Like I said, I had some Hispanic homeboys, white dude, or one of them look white, and we hit the store. I'd never do anything. They follow me around. I understand how that works, but again, that's on them for taking that L. You know. So while their attention is misguided, I understand that it makes you feel a certain way. I'm not doing anything wrong here. So why you harass me? But in the end, they end up taking that L. It has nothing to do with you. So, but I understand though. I definitely understand the feeling because I used to be the same way. And I kind of got to the point where I laugh about it because I ain't got nothing to worry about. I understand, coming into these certain encounters, especially like you said with the law enforcement, that false report, which is, I don't know if you know who said it, were you able to, because it's illegal to file a false report, right? So
Yeah.
were you able to get any kind of, were you familiar with who took the picture of you? Do you know who it was or anything like that? Or, or how did that situation end up playing out?
Well, my boss proved to them that we were supposed to be there. At first they tried to cover it up and say, oh, they thought the house was being robbed. That wasn't the case. And the black officer leveled with me. He was like, look, man, we ain't come out here. We came out of here on a report of a robbery of a truck. And, just because the black officer leveled with me, I didn't let it go per se. I just was like, but when they left, I kind of kicked myself because I was like, hey man, I want that dude to erase that picture of me. For the simple fact is, if something else happens in that neighborhood, now he has a picture of me, bam, now he can show the cops, oh, this is who I seen. Now, let's fast forward 2 years later. I'm not saying this will happen, but, it is what it is. Now I'm a wanted man for something I ain't even do. I was just being wrong skin color, wrong place, wrong time. Just stuff like that. So that's what I mean by, this wasn't no prominent neighborhood. This was a middle class neighborhood, whatnot. But that's what I mean by they still benefit. They just benefit in a different way than po niggas will. Now I will level with you and say, not all black people are niggas, and not all niggas are black. You, me, we're black. We're black men. We have a 9 to 5. We get our money honestly.
I'm a little niggerish
now
too.
There's
I ain't gonna lie to you.
now, huh?
I said I'm a little niggerish too. I got a little nigga still left in me. I'm trying to get him out. I'm trying to get all the nigga out of me, but I still got a little nigga in me. From time to time, he does rear. I try not to.
It rears his head every now and again, but you change your mentality so you can move through life same way I did. But at the same time, I can't ignore the truth of what they've been doing to my people for years. And the way we turn on each other, that's years and years of being broke, being beat, it's generational stuff that's been happening to us. And you ever notice when you attack a white person, it'd be 50 black people wanting to tell you, oh no, you're wrong. That's not happening. You're stupid. But black people will admit that, white people will admit that, yes, my people have oppressed your people. So don't tell me I'm wrong when I have the oppressors admitting to doing the oppression. You see what I'm saying?
I got you. Hey, Dakota, man, I hate to cut you off, man. We got a 10-minute. I wanted to, hear you talk a little bit more, so we went a little bit over. But I got a couple more people on hold. But I definitely appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts, man. Man, I ain't know you was rocking with the den, but I definitely like to hear more from you, in the den, man, whenever you get a chance.
Oh, no, man, I'll definitely hit y'all up, man. I kind of enjoy the conversation.
Already. Well, I appreciate it, man.
All right, stay up.
Oh, you have a good evening. All right. I'm going to take this one call real quick, and after this one, I'm going to take a little Honcho hiatus after this call. It won't be long, but I got y'all. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, man, it's Elise.
So, Elise, what's on your mind, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. All the chicken sandwich talk makes me want to... You ever had the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich?
From
Whataburger?
Yeah, that's the livest chicken strip sandwich going around, yeah.
Exactly, man. If people had that in their lives, I think, people wouldn't be killing people over the sandwich.
Whataburger would never encourage such deviant behavior.
Hell no. You ever seen those fights at Whataburger, bro? The employees sit back, call the cops. That's what they do. They will.
Well, yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, the shit is crazy. And again, and again, to kind of capitalize and differentiate what especially with the last, it's black people and it's niggas. And the reason why I talk about a lot of shit the way I do is because black people, we got to start separating and disassociating, because you get lumped into that group when you surround yourself. We think we're well-meaning and well-being, and I think a lot of black people be accidentally taking on some of these nigga characteristics and get caught up in the fray. Like, niggas will leave you high and dry. Fuck them niggas. But what's all you buy though, Sully? But have you eaten the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
No, man.
Don't do it. It has crack in it. There's crack cocaine in the chicken sandwich.
Listen, I might try it then, to be honest.
No,
I don't know.
Don't do it. Don't. But again, so we know certain people, and I'm not even just talking about black people. I'm just talking about people in general. They get caught up in this hype. They get caught up in trends, and it's not even. It can be music, it can be entertainment, or it could be whatever's going on in society.
Right? Wasn't the sandwich like introduced a few months back, and then like it started getting promoted on the internet and stuff, and then people made a big deal about it because it was already out for a while.
Yeah, I was eating this sandwich in the beginning of I told people in the den how good of a sandwich it was. People just, you're crazy. Maybe we'll see. I think I ate one like right before the thing. I think I might ate two one day. And I was telling him, and I told him, yeah, I did. I got pictures on the gram, baby. I got it on the gram, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm an original OG chicken sandwich eating ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got a picture, Scotty all in the picture, you know what I'm saying, for proof, you know what I'm saying? But this was like, I think I took that picture back in April or March, and then it started going crazy. But over the last, around July, August, it really went crazy. And that was probably like the fourth or fifth sandwich I had. Like, I'd probably been eating about a month or two before that. I just took a picture of it for some reason. But, and it's just crazy, like this hype. Whoa, chicken sandwich. And I think more people are caught up in the hype than the actual taste of the chicken sandwich.
It's just a bunch of followers, man. I'm sure it's a good sandwich, but is it going to be like on Chick-fil-A's level? I don't know. It's kind of hard to do the Chick-fil-A sandwich.
I'm team Chick-fil-A, man. I went back to Chick-fil-A. I don't care. Y'all call me snobby or whatever y'all want to. Fuck that Popeyes chicken sandwich.
That's expensive, though. I ain't going to lie, man. Just for one sandwich, like $5.
But I mean, shit, the other one ain't too much cheaper. What is it? It's what $4? Well, depending, I guess, where you go. Because it's like, I think it was, $3.99 for the sandwich.
It looks a lot bigger, though. Like, from what I've seen, it looks a lot bigger than what Chick-fil-A sandwich is.
That chicken full of steroids, man. That shit is pseudo chicken. I don't even know that's soy chicken. I don't know what's in that shit. But I mean, it's a good sandwich. It's a filling sandwich. It's a delicious sandwich. But for people to go so crazy as to stabbing one another, you have all the food options in the world. I will not get in a fast food line if there's more than 2 cars in it. Like,
man,
I will spend more time trying to find somewhere else to go that probably would have been longer than my waiting line if I see a line of 2. The fact that these people are getting these lines that are going out into the street it's not that good. Okay, like it's good, but it's not that good. People slanging sandwiches on eBay and shit. That sandwich could get you some pussy right now. If you've been trying to holler at a chick, and she been giving you the cold shoulder, you pull up with a Popeyes chicken sandwich, you gonna smash. She gonna let you hit just for that chicken sandwich. That's how much hype is around this goddamn chicken sandwich right now. It is terrible, the shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not like a dick for like saying this stuff or whatever, but if you died over a chicken sandwich, like, what's your point in life?
Man, I don't know, man.
Mean, you really say I bet this dude somewhere out there, just pissed as hell, like he literally died over a chicken sandwich. And, ain't that type of shit right there. Like, in a few years or some shit, they're going to make a party about that dude dying for his chicken sandwich. That shit's going to be made out of skit. You know what I mean, bro?
Man, shit. The Boondocks already did it when they talked about Boondocks did a couple of years back when they had that fucking episode where all them niggas was going crazy over the damn chicken. I mean, this is where we are right now. This is the situation that we're currently in. Niggas have lost their mind over some goddamn chicken. And it's crazy that we've gotten to this point. Like, how have we gotten here? How have we gotten to this point where you would think a rational person would say, hey, you know what? I'll catch you next time. Oh shit, I'm fucking shit up. You would think a rational person would say, you know what? Goddamn, I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. Look, I'm getting chicken crazy over here. But I think a rational person would say, man, you know what? This ain't worth it. This ain't this ain't what it is. But yet We keep hearing these incidents, fights breaking out, employees quitting, beating each other up, tired, exhausted. Ain't nobody getting no raise for this shit. And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, I don't know, man.
Fast food's nasty anyways to me. Like, I only go to Whataburger or Chick-fil-A. Like, you ever go to McDonald's, man? That shit's fucking nasty. I don't eat McDonald's, bro. That shit just...
That shit is soy food. That shit is terrible.
Gives you the goddamn... gives you a stomach virus. You know, the shit they make it with is not even good. The people there probably not even good.
My thing is, too, when I've been kind of cutting back is because it's not even... the fuck? The mask might not have been the best idea. But my thing is this, right? I'm the king of Zamunda. My thing is this, like, I'm just like, I was just thinking about, because even at other, even nicer restaurants, I just don't trust them motherfuckers in the kitchen. I don't see what's going on. I don't care if it's the nicest fucking restaurant on the outside. Back then, you behind the scenes, them kitchens don't always be the cleanest. I've seen some of them, what do they call them, sous chef, line cooks, all that other shit. Like, I don't know, niggas be questionable in character. So I'm just more so like been trying to eat more at home. Like if I'm just starving, and I still should just have more discipline than eat somewhere, because you don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers are out here doing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you ever worked at a fast food restaurant?
Yeah, I did. I never did I didn't do the food. I did the drive-through. I was macking on. I was macking on all the ladies in the drive-through.
Though, right?
Yes.
You know how people treat you at times though. Like when I was working at the McDonald's, bro. Like some people would just be acting like they're at the 5-star restaurant. You know, they just like the worthiest of all fucking people there. And bro, I would just get I couldn't work through the drive-through. I would get in so many fights with people just because I would talk shit back.
Yeah.
Because it's a rude fucking people,
man,
that go to the drive-through with shit. I was just like, I don't have time for it. I'll be arguing with people over the intercom.
Man, I ain't never had no problems. The only purpose I had one issue, and that was with a manager, and I had to check him real quick. You know, I did it politely though. I had to check him though, because I don't, you can get away with these other motherfuckers. I would beat your ass.
That's the thing, bro, man. I had this all Spanish little dude. He had said something behind my back. I went there in the front. I stopped what I was doing. I went there in the front, man, and told his ass, like in front of all the other employees, right in front of the cashier. And his ass was quiet. His head was all down. You know, I'm a solid dude, so like, and he's kind of a skinny guy, so he thought I was gonna whoop his ass. I was like, no, man, I was just talking to you.
Yeah, that's all it is. Sometimes you just gotta put people in their place. Sometimes, like I say, conversation rules the nation, man, and a simple conversation will get people right. Sometimes, as long as they know that you're serious. No, I ain't gonna lie. One time, but it didn't happen to me. I fucked this lady's order up. This lady was probably didn't need to be eating at McDonald's anyway, and it's when they had one of the special burgers, and she wanted all this shit on. Like I don't even know how she could tell. The only thing that she wanted extra mayo, extra this, extra that, extra this, and I forgot she said no butter on the bun. And I forgot to put no butter in when I took the order thing. That bitch opened that bitch up, saw the butter, and threw the fucking sandwich back in at the chick who was working the window and just burnt off. Just like, okay. I mean, you got all this fattening, trash-ass condiments and all this other bullshit that you done loaded this burger with. The butter was the deal breaker. Like,
Before I left, bro, I used to take money out the register.
Man.
But they would I didn't like working there. They would just piss me off. I mean, I was in a rough patch. I was like in between school and stuff, and so I was like, man, fuck it. So I would be able to rig the system because you know how like a drink at McDonald's is like 108 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they may give you 108, so I put like $20 in there, and so the register would think like $19 to give it back. I would just take the 19 and shit. Put in my pocket, come back home, we had like wads of 20s in my pocket.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was an organized plot on the register at some of the. I had some homeboys that was working there in high school. They used to skim, but see, I ain't never. I don't know. I don't know. Like I ain't knocking. You got to do what you got to do. It's just I can't steal. I don't know why. Like I cannot do it. It's just not my thing. Like it's just I don't know, just something that's to me. I guess this you can call it some kind of pseudo integrity or some shit. I don't fucking. It's just something I cannot say. One time I had a person come to the drive-through, pay with $100 bill. Turns out it was 200 stuck to fucking together.
Oh, shit.
I easily could have kept that bitch. Man, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, say, bro. And I just split him apart. And he's like, oh, man, you know, because I was like, I don't know what that man needed that shit. He might have had, you know, that might have been a change. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he needed that shit for. I definitely would appreciate having in my pocket. But he broke bread with me. You know, he gave me a nice little tip. Gave me like a little $15 tip. So I'm like, shit, that's more than I'm making the next 2 hours I'm sitting in this bitch. So, you know, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. It's just something in me. I can't fucking, I can't do it. I'd be the worst thief. Worst
Man,
thief ever.
it's just got some people just have that fucking mentality. That's what I had at times. They fuck it. I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. What's a bet? But we did the 10-minute mark, and I got to take me a Honcho hiatus, Solis, man. But I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts, man.
All right, man, no problem.
Already. All right, y'all give me just a second. I'm going to be right back in 2 shakes of a Scotty Tail. Don't y'all go nowhere. I know we got some folks on the line, but give me just a moment. All right. We are back. I know I saw someone calling in that I may have missed when I was pausing it. So please call back. Again, shout out to everybody who's here today. And like I said, if you're new to this, we do this live every night, 10 p.m. Central. Usually go for about 2 hours. I don't know if we can make the full 2 hours tonight. But, you know, shout out if you're new to this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all the den folk, you know, because you guys are the ones that make this conversation so great. Y'all, I be trying to avoid the chat when I'm watching because I'm not sure. Somebody's calling the old Denline. Make sure you call the new number on here, 855-948-0369. I know somebody may be calling the old Denline. Make sure you're using the new number. So Heidi, who are you donating your pistachio winnings to? And yes, but no, that situation with the accuser did not change me. I didn't learn my lesson, but that had nothing to do with it. What that had to be with me, you know, just changing my approach and the way I saw some things, and you know, my mentality about a lot of stuff. So that is, that's what I didn't know. I didn't know who it was. So I was asking. Clindle Dindle. So you give them to Miss Bell? All right. See, all you people in the dance, that's white privilege right there. That's the real white privilege. Oh, shit. Oh, man. I'm just joking. You know, I'm not sure. Somebody continuing to call the old line. Make sure you call the new line.
On me and I ain't even.
What's the motherfucking deal? Who got calling into the den this evening?
What's up, Honcho? How you doing, man? It's your boy Ken.
Simpin' Ken. What's the motherfucking deal, Simpin' Ken?
God damn, I can't get a break over here. Shit.
Mm.
I've been here for the longest. I ain't called in like months, and y'all still on my head.
Yeah, man. Some things will never change. But we love you, Ken. We're hoping that you got your head down, that you're in the books, that you're doing the things that you're supposed to. We're rooting for you over here. We're gonna give you a hard time, but we, the Den folk, are rooting for you, Kenneth. Even though you ain't been around the call, we ain't been able to make fun of you. But except for them losses you've been taking, but it's all good. You'll get you one.
Man, I'm talking about that game, fam. Bro, we got that shit done up. I talk about they just ran. All they did was run the ball. They didn't even try to throw the ball. They
Right.
could have been wanted to.
All they did
They
was
threw the ball like. I'm talking about all they did was run the ball all game long down our throat. They was 35-0 at halftime. I'm down. They took out the starters like with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. That's how bad that game was. We were getting done up.
So yeah,
I wouldn't get done up though. But it's like I went up against this one guard. That man was 6'6", 270. He can move pretty well, but man, he was okay. Nothing special. But
did he beat you up?
My ground. Huh?
Did he beat you up?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Doing against us.
I know you had an incident last year.
All the other stuff. I see what you said, Heidi. What did the coach say? Man, he just kept saying, the usual. Play hard, play fast, have fun. The usual shit coaches say. But on some other shit, bro, as far as like school, man, school is easy, but it's like, it's just hella work lately. It's really just my AP classes. It's like, they just pack me with work and shit every day.
Yes, but have you been doing the work?
Yeah, I've been, doing my best to keep up with the work. I'm behind on this one assignment, but I'm pretty good overall.
So you're behind on the assignment, but you in here lingering and then bullshitting around. And you ain't doing your goddamn. Man, I'm finna call. Look, Gary's about to make a comeback.
That's what I'm doing right now. I got the homework on me right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing.
Why are you talking about homework like the shit drugs, nigga? I got the homework on me right now, dog. Shit, like what you talking about? I got my AP paper on me right now. That's what you mean. Come on, man. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. How many games are left in the season?
How many years?
How many games are left in the season?
This is the last one. Today we got one more practice, and then we got walkthroughs on Wednesday, and we're playing on Thursday this week.
So who's the opponent?
Brasswood. They 0-9.
And what's y'all's record?
So we are 3, and I believe that to be 6, and we're 1-6 in district.
That is terrible. That is terrible.
And the thing is, I don't know how exactly, because we got all these fucking quote-unquote, all these all-district players, all-district corners, but we still can't manage to win a game. We lose in every game that we've been in outside of 2 of them, we're close. That being Dawson, Scott Falls, that blew our ass out the water at home, and Caroline. But outside of those 3 games, everything was close. We just couldn't pull through. Yeah.
That's tough, man. Well, I'm hoping y'all get a win at least this game, and if not, get a win on your homework. Get ahead on that. Have you eaten the chicken sandwich?
Actually, that's why I was calling in. I actually had one today, and because I came back from school, and my mom actually bought 2 of them. One for me and one for my brother. Okay, that's cool. And I had it. It's not the greatest thing. Well, it's just like a regular fucking sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Just with fucking Popeyes chicken on it. It was not really anything special about the sandwich, so I was just like, I didn't really understand what the hype was about, and to see someone got killed over one, I'm not sure how the story is, because I wasn't in here the whole time, and I haven't really catch up to the story, because I actually haven't been on social media. Like, ever since yesterday, I deleted my IG account. I'm like, man, this shit bullshit. I just disabled that account overall, so I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be on this stuff for like a month or something. I'm gonna just get off this shit. This shit was a distraction, so I had to, get off of it.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
I haven't been on IG for like this whole day, or most of yesterday. So I
thought you were talking like you took this time. You've been off of IG for 27 hours. You ain't done
Yeah.
nothing yet. Nigga, you got to put in some work. Go a week or so. You'll trust me. Leaving social media alone. I know it's a thing, especially with the generation you're in. You'll be in school and all that. You feel like you missed something. If you disconnect from social media, you're going to advance past 50% of the kids who are ahead of you. I mean, at the very least, if not more. If you just disconnect from the bullshit that's on social media, you will definitely see a significant improvement because you're not missing out on nothing. Nobody's talking about shit, and I mean, just focus on you, man. Like I said, you got a limited amount of time to find as much success for yourself as you can. Your last couple of years, you need to maximize that impact and succeed with every opportunity that you have.
Yeah, especially going into my senior year. I got one semester left as a junior. I don't got much time left. I can't be bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And you bullshitting right now?
Nah, not really. Well, I kind of am being in this damn call with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and head out. But there's someone else calling in.
All right.
So appreciate you for letting me call in.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, Ken. It's good to hear from you, man. It's good to know you're doing all right, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Kenneth is on drugs, everybody. Kenneth is on drugs. He needs to go to rehab right now. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, Hunter? This is your boy, Man Up here.
Man Up. How you doing this evening, Man Up? What's on your mind there?
Man, I was just playing games on my phone, and you came up and I saw your topic, right? I don't know if you saw it, but I sent you a picture because it's just mighty funny that this crazy stuff is happening. I don't know if you saw that picture or not. Did you see it?
No, let me see. On the Skype?
Say again?
Was it on Skype?
No, to the Denline. I can send it to Skype too if you want.
Yes, in the Skype. But this one on this Denline that I switched up to, it doesn't. This one doesn't get pictures. The old Denline used to get pictures, but this one doesn't.
Okay, let me hold on. Let's go right now.
Yeah, if you get a chance, I'd definitely like to check that out.
But anyway, with the picture, I'm sitting right now as we talk, but what the picture is, you know what I'm saying? Because I had went to Popeyes to get me some chicken strips, right? And while I was there, my wife was like, while you there, let me try one of those chicken sandwiches, see how those things taste. I said, oh, well, baby, there's a line up there, I don't know. So I went in and I got it, you know what I'm saying, got it for her, and she got it, and she was like, this is ridiculous. I just sent you that picture, by the way.
Okay.
So she was like, this ain't all that. So she ate it and she laid back down because like I told you, she just went through surgery, so she laid back down. And I was telling her, I was like, this is just ridiculous. I don't want to get too much detail. I want you to bring that picture up so everybody can see it, if that's okay with you.
Okay. You say you want to pull the picture up?
Yeah, if that's okay with you.
All right, give me just a second. I got you. Let me send it to myself here. But while I'm doing this, how is the lady up? How is she recovering? Is everything going pretty well?
Yeah, she's okay, man. She's moving around now. She's almost back to her old self.
Okay, good.
So she had to have some surgery that she'd been putting on for years. I finally convinced her to do. So she going through it, man. She's all right.
Okay, good deal.
But it's just mighty funny that, you know what I'm saying, it seems like almost every time that you have a topic about something, I've been through it or I just went through it or something. I just find it kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, Hunter must be watching me or something. But I'm like, damn, how the hell he just know this? But you'll see what I'm talking about, and everybody will see what I'm saying once you. Man, but you gotta look real close because I took the picture through a glass, so it's gonna have a huge glare, of course.
Okay. Just a second. I'm about to pull it up here. Give me about 30 seconds. I have it pulled up.
All right.
Alonzo Lopez, when the sauce for sauce, we should be having some sauce tomorrow. I was planning on doing it today, but like I said, my schedule, I got home a lot later than anticipated. But we'll have some sauce tomorrow. I know that y'all have been getting neglected on that front. But got plenty to talk about when it comes to the Texans and everything else. And I got to get up back on my Rockets kick. Let me see. Where's next to my downloads folder? There we go. All right. Let me put this here. Actually, let me bring it to the forefront so I can make it a little bit bigger so everybody can kind of see it. All right.
Now y'all can see me. Y'all see me right there. It's in the glare, and y'all can see that's Popeyes. But if y'all can see through the window, you see two police cars, and you see one with the lights on, and you see another one over there in the left corner. And what's the amazing part about it is you probably can't tell by looking at that right there, but the cops was basically like security at this Popeyes outfit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous that it got to that point. Because you can see those cops, they're just standing outside right there, just talking. They ain't really doing anything. They're just talking.
Yeah, they getting paid in chicken sandwiches.
and when I got there, I called my wife. I told her, she was like, really? I said, yeah, for real. She didn't believe me, so I took a picture and I showed it to her. And the funny thing about it is, right after I took this picture, like maybe a couple minutes after I took this picture, a third one had pulled up. They all just sitting there in the parking lot, just sitting there talking. And it's like, it ain't nothing this damn serious for us to be acting a fool over.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing on this earth is that serious. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just ridiculous. And Hunter, you say this a lot, and I 100% agree with you. We as people, we give everybody the blueprint on how to treat us.
Mm-hmm.
And by people acting stupid about this, that makes me look bad, and I'm not even doing nothing. Exactly. Y'all can see my reflection. I'm just sitting down at the table just waiting for my food. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you see other people just sitting there chilling. You see another place, they just sitting there chilling. But going by what you just wrote in that story, I mean, not what you wrote, I'm sorry, by what just happened, and then by what you're saying right there on that picture, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's just freaking ridiculous, dude. It's like nothing on God's green earth is worth all of this.
Exactly. But
nothing.
But that comes to again, and it's a bigger thing than it's in reality. It's not just the chicken, because if it's in you to act a fool, it's in you to act a fool. But what the chicken has done, the chicken has brought out all the ignorance in people that shows that they're willing to do something so foolish over something so simple, something you could really make it home, something that you've had better than, but because everybody else is talking about it. So the thing is that because the value for each other and the value for others is so little that a $4 goddamn, well, maybe it's different prices elsewhere, but around here, $4 goddamn chicken sandwich, you're willing to kill over it. You're willing to fight over it. You're willing to lose your job. You're willing to assault. I mean, over a fucking chicken. I would hate to see what happens when real situations break out, when real emergencies, take place, and how foolish people will get. Because that's why it's so tough to build, because shit like that, fucking raggedy ass chicken sandwich, probably 70% ain't even chicken, goddamn. But, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So.
And the funny thing about it is, though, man, I look at it like this. I don't know if all y'all have seen this old Mike Tyson video where he was talking about he was sick and his back was broken and stuff like that.
My back. Spinal.
Yeah, okay, you have seen it there. And that's the funny thing, too, man. I showed my wife that video. I said, look, that makes us look horrible as people. All the stuff that we're doing here, it makes us look horrible. Mm-hmm. Just cracking up, boy.
That shit is hilarious. Because I'm thinking about, did you ever see the video where he was on them little hover scooter things that was hot like 2-3 Christmases ago, the little, what they call them, the hoverboards or whatever? And he was riding it, and he fell on his back. And so somebody mixed a clip of him falling off that that hoverboard, and then that part where he said, "Spinal, I hurt my back." Spider, they mixed them clips up. That shit. Oh my God, that shit was hilarious.
But but see, that's the whole thing, though. I'm tying it all in because it's like this is so important that you do this, and then here we are with the Million Man March and cops killing us and all that stuff, talking about we love each other, stop killing us when we're killing ourselves over dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's
that damn important.
Yeah, and like I say, it's past just the chicken. I mean, it's frivolous stuff now. I mean, this here to me is a chicken epidemic, like Culture said earlier. This is the chicken apocalypse because this is happening all over the place. People are acting foolish. Like you would swear that these were some Jordans or something. Like right now, nobody give a damn about some Jordans. It's all about the damn chicken. Like that used to be the thing. Niggas was doing foolish shit in line for Jordans. Now people are doing it for chicken sandwiches. Like, and again, like I say, everywhere fight. Here in Houston when that first one came out, somebody pulled a gun on somebody for some chickens. Like, this is how far we're going with the ignorance. And, we can talk about, oh, well, white people do this and other people do this. But when it comes to this chicken shit, it has been overwhelmingly black people. And this is what makes, not black people, niggas. You know what I'm saying? And it makes the black people look bad. And that's
well, hold on. Huh. Let me say this. Mm-hmm. I think it's only been black people.
Mm.
The reason why I have yet to see another race do some shit like this over a chicken sandwich.
Mm.
I'm not saying they haven't,
yeah.
but I'm saying I have yet to see it or even hear about it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time, just like them people fighting in the drive-thru, those black people. Them people was in the McDonald's fighting and stuff, that were black people. Cursing out each other with black people.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And right now, what I saw, I saw that report before you came on. Because I had got the notification like 20 minutes or something like that before you came on. I'm like, what? People a man got stabbed, he killed each other. Then I went to my news feed and I saw it. I'm like, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like I said before, now guess what? They just set us back as a people, as a whole.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because how in the hell are you gonna sit here and tell me that we ain't doing this to ourselves? Mm-hmm. When it's in plain sight. It's in plain sight. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing on this earth that damn good that I'm finna go kill somebody or let somebody kill me. Hey, shit, if you want this chicken sandwich that bad, here, take it. Bye. I'm gone. Ain't nothing on this earth that damn horrible. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to call in, man, just to go ahead and show you this, and let everybody else see this. This is ridiculous. See, you got police officers out there being goddamn security guards.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff. It should not get that serious again over chicken. And that, we get mad about the stereotypes, but that only further reinforces fried chicken sandwiches.
That's why when you said we give other people the blueprint how to treat us, I'm like, what you're right, we do. Mm-hmm. When you said that, I was like, you know what, he's not lying. We are giving other people the blueprint on how to treat us. So we can't get mad if somebody treating us like animals when we acting like animals. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Oh, they treat us like animals around here. They treat us like we ain't nothing. Well, hell, we treating ourselves like we ain't nothing.
Yeah, nobody
by
forcing
doing it to each other.
Yeah, nobody forcing you to go act a fool over a goddamn sandwich.
Period. Yeah,
so.
But I know I went over my 10-minute mark, man. I just wanted to let everybody see that and let everybody see what I'm talking about. I want you bring that up before I start to explain what was going on.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that, man, up, and I appreciate you calling in.
You have a good one.
All right, you two have a good evening. All right, I think we gonna end it on this last call right here. A Den folk favorite. Let's hear it. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the Den this evening?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, hold on. I'm just in the middle of one of my games. They ain't gonna be but a minute.
What? See, it's only a certain, we talking about racial stereotypes. It's only a certain type of people who you answer the phone and they put you on hold. You know what I'm talking about? The other person that did that is a certain young lady who just needs to go to bed right now because she's from Kansas City, and Kansas City is a terrible place. But this.
I'm just bullshitting with you. What's up, man?
What's going on, Miss Rashida? How are you doing this evening? What is on your mind?
Man. When I seen that headline, I was like, what the hell? I just know this got to be some fiction. I thought it was a fake story. So even though you said, I still had to go do my damn research. You know what I'm saying? Hit the internet, because that shit right there is absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Ain't nothing that damn serious worth to kill nobody over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Now, if he jumped the line, you know what I'm saying, the employees they're supposed to deal with this shit. I mean, and if he jumped the line and got his food, and you were still in the line, why would you even take the shit outside? It should have been over with in the place.
Right.
I don't understand that logic. I don't know. I'm lost. I guess we got to wait for the rest of the details to the story because this shit not making sense.
Yes,
it's not like you put up a sign that said you out of chicken sandwiches. If you got your damn chicken sandwich too, then what was the purpose?
Yeah, but again, like I say, it's foolish.
Got the last chicken sandwich, then that's more understandable. But if you still got your food too, it has to be some other shit going on. I don't know.
Okay. But again, like I say, it's unfortunate, and I saw what it is, Mike Marcel say, it's not funny, but it's not funny. The individual incident itself, but just the shit that's going on all the way around this is like it's almost what's the thing we're female pimping, what's the thing that all the Mexicans wear, the tattoo all the Mexicans, especially the ones in California, all the Mexicans get, the smile now cry later, the theater mask, whatever they call them, and it's like that's what it is almost. You just gotta laugh to keep from just being like devastated by some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the crazy shit. And Hattie J, Nashville is bad too because fuck the Titans. Yeah, I said it. You want to meet me outside? We can fight. Hold on. Stop. Wait. Oh, I can't believe I missed this because the last couple of days I'm going completely off the topic, right? Completely off the topic. So a long time ago in here, y'all introduced me to something called a Woviki, right? And y'all, I found out that I didn't realize that Cash Me Outside was the Dr. Phil. Like, so I learned about bad Barbie,
baby,
bad baby. She got spanked like a baby. So they had an altercation. Did y'all see? Bad Catch Me Outside girl got caught inside and got her ass kicked.
What happened was she pulled up on Woviki. She found out Woviki was at the studio. They had been having an exchange of words, so she decided she's gonna take her bad baby ass on up to the studio, and then tried to run up and got done up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Talking all this shit, catching me outside. She got caught inside and got her ass hit.
But see what?
Was stayed the hell where she was and minded her damn business.
But she get her power from the sun. That's why you got to catch her outside. See, I mean, to her defense, she was inside. That's why she said, "Catch me outside," because her powers don't work the same when she's inside. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she got to catch her outside. She got caught inside. So that was like her weakness. She's fueled from her power from the sun, like Superman. You know what I'm saying? She needs that direct sunlight energy. That's what activated her hands. Then she go Dragon Ball Z. So that's all I'm saying.
Like the 16 years old, she been doing this dumb shit forever. You know what I'm saying? But she's still trying to fight people. You know what I'm saying? Girl, come on, sit down somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing. So she definitely got her ass kicked. I just had to. But the fucked up part about it, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, the only reason I know that Woviki won is because I had to read some comments on the thing, because I couldn't tell the difference between either one of them. I thought they were both the I thought they were both the same. I could not, like, I really honestly couldn't tell the difference. They both look exactly alike to me.
No, they don't look alike. They look way different.
Yeah, they look the same.
Whoa, Vicky got some big old eyes and chipmunk teeth. And the other one, she look a little paler and a little shorter. Whoa, Vicky a little taller. They completely different. And Whoa, Vicky is really, really thin.
No. That's to me. That's like I said. I can't tell, dude. I don't really care. I just thought that was funny. Get out, Shannon. You ain't got out yet. Go to bed, Shannon. Go eat some of that terrible Kansas City barbecue, and pray for Patrick Mahomes.
People always picking on Shannon.
Cause Shannon is a shit starter. Y'all don't be seeing. Shannon be posting hate speech in the Facebook group chat. I mean, in the Facebook group page. She posts hate video, hate propaganda. You know, she's anti-male. She hates me, and she's a feminist.
I was telling Shannon good night. She said she leaving.
Yeah, she's a bad person. She probably got a hate rally to go to. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. That's why she leaves. She want to make sure she on time, so she can oppress somebody. That's what's going on. But yeah, so I just strayed all the way away from it because I thought that was hilarious. Now back to other terrible news.
But I don't feel like they represent black people. They represent themselves. He was an idiot for doing what he did. So I don't feel like.
But my thing is this, right? And what I'm saying is that if you look at, there's multiple incidents across the country. I mean, in multiple states, and I would venture to say a lot of them in the South. And we can talk about the South. And me being from the South, it hurts me to say it. But there's things that I've come to realize as I've gotten older and paid more attention. Again, they don't always feel good to say something that may be the truth. And, you know, you got to take the emotions out of it. People in the South are less inclined to be civilized in certain situations. And so you've seen fights, you've seen people outside the car fighting in the line, you see people inside the store fighting, a man mad talking about they take too long. He ordered 10 goddamn sandwiches. 10 sandwiches is going to take you a long time on a regular day if it wasn't a crowd. Right. You know, he mad and so what I'm saying is just this continued ignorance. Down here in Houston, when the first run of the sandwiches came out, somebody pulled a gun. Like I say, all of these incidents have been from black people, or niggas, not black people, niggas. And
what about the mass shootings have been from white people? Do we associate that with all white people? I mean, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this for everybody.
The majority.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, I get tired of this same old bullshit rhetoric of wanting to attack negativity for the black race.
But here's my thing, though. But here's my thing, though. Them other people don't look like me. But here's my thing. I don't care what they doing because they don't look like me.
If we gonna start attaching negativity, we got to do it across the board.
Why come on.
People always think to be singled out.
Come on now.
Every race got people that do dumb shit.
But here's the thing. Now, you know, black folks already attached to negativity to white folks. That ain't nothing new. That's been a thing in the community for quite some time now. But all I'm saying is this, though. Whether the school shootings and thing, that's an entirely different thing. Is there a trend in who does the majority of that?
Who's raising these school shooters? Who's raising them?
Neglectful parents.
Who's raising them?
Very neglectful parents. But what I'm saying is, who's raising the chicken fighters?
But then we want to attach thugs and everything to being raised by single black mothers, but we don't want to attach these white school shooters to single white ladies.
But what is? But let's look at the percentages, though. But what I'm
saying is, if we're gonna do negativity, we got to do it across all boards.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that. But what I'm saying is this, though. There is a significantly larger number in one demographic than the other. And so there are common denominators in both. But a lot of these people have come from two-parent homes, they just have been neglected. They feel like they are entitled to something that they're not getting, and because they can't get that, or because they are cowardice and they can't handle maybe being bullied a little bit, instead of going to learn how to fight back or handle themselves, or they can't take rejection. The power of the pussy is
But
amazing.
all the mass shooters haven't been at school. Some of them been at other places. So,
Yes, that is a
but
fact.
we don't want to talk about that.
No,
That's
because
not something we want to talk about. We just want to keep shining the light on the black people.
But what I'm saying though is,
black people do that. Oh, black people.
But here's my thing though. As much as you're right about that,
I know.
I don't relate to it because they don't look like me, so I'm not necessarily concerned with what they got going on. That's their image that they have to clean up. If I go somewhere, niggas are associating. They not associating me with a school shooter. They associate me with a nigga who will beat your ass over a chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? That's the image that'll get painted on me.
But if most of the crime is black on black crime, then why is black people being violent an issue to if you're not black?
But that's what I'm talking about, because it's an issue to me.
What I'm saying is,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, us being so violent and terrible, we doing it to ourselves. We ain't harming other races.
Yeah,
so that's why I don't understand why people act like, oh, black people.
But what I'm saying, like I said, I can't speak for them. But say I want to come to Chicago and come holler at you and just say, hey, Miss Rashid, I'm trying to come get me a side man sandwich live and in person. I might look like a nigga from 3 blocks down the way. They got some dreads. You know them little Chicago niggas. They got dreads and shit too. And so they might clip me.
I live in a mixed area.
Okay.
So therefore, you wouldn't stand out. It's looking like unless you decide to come here looking like some gangbanger thug or whatever. That's on you.
Well, say I come visit Miss Rashid and I got 2 chicken sandwiches in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm in danger. I want you to enjoy the chicken sandwich too. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure they both
spicy. Wait, how you get both of them? One of them for me? What you mean? I might want the plain one. I might have heartburn or something. How you know both sandwiches for you? One sandwich might be for me. I just may want to enjoy the sandwich in your company. But all I'm saying is this, man. All I'm saying is this: is that this is why I talk about it. Other races, feel free to talk about whatever you want to. I can't tell nobody what they can and can't talk about. I feel like whatever you want to talk, speak on it. But this does impact me more so. But to me, this is from my perspective. I don't care what anybody else. As a black on black crime does impact me more. Why? Because it's something about, or just crime because of the community you're in now. Am I in a white? I'm in a black area? No, I don't. It's a lot of niggas. It's a lot more niggas over here though than it was where I was at prior to this. I do see a lot more black people over here, but it's cool though. But my thing is simply that in these areas you're not seeing that type of incident. It was actually kind of funny. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute before I wrap it up. But it's just like I say, the likelihood of me getting into an incident with someone else in a situation is because I don't know what it is when we see each other. We like pit bulls, or if you ever walking a dog and if it's all people around, they ain't tripping. When they see or smell another dog, they get to getting riled up and getting to something else. It's like we got a magnet towards each other, and fucking. Like we about to get active just because it's another black person. There's just too much blackness in the vicinity. We supposed to be all this brotherly love, my brother, my sister, all this other shit. But shit, like I say, we doing more detriment. You don't really know who has your best interest in mind. And so when I talk about these things, it's because I think we got to start having realizations where we have to separate certain behaviors. Because regardless of what anybody outside thinks, it's about how we carry ourselves and how we represent ourselves, and then how the children look and say into the future, well, is that what we're supposed to do? Is this acceptable? Is that acceptable? So I'm not with all that, man. Like I say, the little one, I'd be damned. She's so fucking oblivious to shit that I was into and knew about when I was her age. Like, it's crazy. And I definitely have to watch the way I talk, because today I think she saw for the first time I had to go get some stuff, and I let her go with me. I was I went to Best Buy, and there was a lady out there grifting in the parking lot, trying to hustle in the parking lot, I just need some money. I'm at this hotel over here, and I need, $12, and, what about yada, yada, yada. And I was like, nah, I ain't got no cash on me. I can't help you. It is what it is. I'd love to help you, but I can't. Well, if you could just, nah, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? She not understanding, like I say, because she's so naive. Well, why didn't you got the money? You just bought that. Why not give her some money? Like, because I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. And it's so fucked up. I say, so I point out there's certain signs that tells me that she's lying. But, I mean, there's a small percentage chance that she could have been telling the truth. But my thing is that you've had so many encounters with people who were hustling, because then we had seen somebody, some people standing on the street with signs, and she was asking all this, and the guy thought I was going to give him some money. He's stopping all by the car looking and shit, It's just like...
But a lot of times I see people out there big, and if I want to get them something, I get them something.
Yeah.
It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me if they lying or not, because I know I'm giving it from my heart. So if they decide that they gonna do something else with it or they lying, that's on them.
But see, my thing though is
from the giving part of it.
Yeah, but see, here's my thing.
I don't even worry about what they gonna do with it.
But here's my deal: is that I have no problem with that. Because trust me, I stop on people. I call them over all the time. It's not a thing, but it's just there's certain demeanors that you can see in people. There's certain things that you can see in people and say something about you just not trustworthy. If I'm going to give something to somebody, and I really didn't have any cash on me, I wasn't going to go. I still had other shit to do. I wasn't going to go way out of my way. And it's unfortunate if the situation was true. It's unfortunate, but at that point in time, I couldn't. But it's just my thing is. I don't care if they spit it on drugs. I don't care if they, whatever. If you're on the corner, you stand there and I give you some money. I'm not asking, but what are you finna go do with this? But it's just the aggressive in the nature. I've seen her, dilly-dallying with 2 or 3 other people, and one of them actually looked like they gave her some change before when we was going in there. And so, that's why I say it was just a couple other things that just looked like, she's just trying to get a little come up. I'm not going to be the one out today, but I use that.
That's their karma to deal with, not yours. You know what I'm saying? If they out there scamming, that's gonna hit them back. That ain't got nothing to do with what you trying to do. Cause you put out good karma. They the ones that be lying and scheming. They the ones putting out the bad karma. So they the ones gonna end up getting it back.
Yeah. But I ain't fooling. But look, I could have kept that couple of bucks and got a chicken sandwich though. That could have been good karma for me. I'm talking shit, but no. My thing is, and yes, for all of you, I wrote down a list of all the people who were here with the early bird pistachio. So I will be putting them in y'all's account.
You give them out, didn't you?
I didn't give any out. I'm gonna do it after the stream. I'm just gonna put them in y'all account.
After the stream.
I got all the names. I got all.
All y'all early birds, y'all better check y'all account tomorrow or whenever the next bid gonna be to make sure he did that.
Y'all know I'm good for my pistachio. But
when it comes to racism, I just don't understand why people try to tell somebody what incident is not racist. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a black guy and he was having a party at a restaurant, right? And he looked mixed or whatever, so they sat him. And when the rest of his party came, most of them were black or whatever. And they had seated them next to some white people, right? And so the white people tell the manager they wanted them to move because they black. And so he was like, the guy, he was like, what? And, he just felt like he just couldn't believe it. In 2019, race is race is race. And instead of moving, they just left the restaurant and went to another restaurant. And some of the people there were kids. And they was asking him, they was like, what happened? Why we had to leave? And then he said he didn't really know how to explain to them about racism. You know what I'm saying? So,
now, they literally catch people on tape saying because these people are black that we don't want to sit next to them, or is that what they're assuming that they said?
That's exactly what they told the manager.
Okay. I have to check that one
and
out.
One of the workers that was there relayed that to him. Because they were regulars, you know what I'm saying? The white people, they was regulars. So I guess they looked at it as, well, they always in here, so, But still, the way I feel about it is, I want to know you racist.
Yeah.
If I'm coming to your restaurant, I want to know that. That's something I want to know, so I don't come back.
Exactly.
I don't believe I don't believe in fighting to spend your money nowhere.
Mm-mm.
I don't believe in doing all that protesting to come. I can dine here because, no. Let me know y'all don't want black people there, and I take my black ass dollars somewhere else where they
Exactly.
appreciate me.
But the thing is,
I don't get this need to force yourself on people. You don't know what them people will do to your food if they don't like black people there. Hell, if you want to put a sign at your restaurant say no black people, thank you. I know. Take my black ass on down the street or wherever, somewhere else.
yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But again, I wish people would be. I prefer, like I said, the overt over the covert. Let me know how you really feel,
Exactly.
and we know how to handle each other.
I like people open racist. See, it's them secret racists that's the problem. See, when I know where you coming from, I know how to deal with you. But see, when you on that secretive racism shit, subtle or whatever, you the kind that's dangerous. Cause you the kind that'll spit in my food and other kind of stuff.
Yeah, or give 700 women AIDS.
Exactly, but see, that has never been proved. That's how many people he said he had hit or whatever. We don't know exactly how many he really hit until all the test results come in or whatever. So.
That's tough. I think even if that was the case, I think it'd be a big majority of them wouldn't even want to get tested.
I'm really hoping it wasn't, because by them having relations with him and probably not knowing, ain't no telling, it could be 700 more people out there. And then, the shit multiplied. If they was messing with somebody, you know what? The shit just, everybody in that whole state needs to get tested.
And the project that passed was exceptional awareness. Deshaun Watson is this team. But my thing is this, man. My thing is this. Is just like, again, I agree with you. Like, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. I want to know how you feel, so I know how to handle you. You stay on your side, I'm going to stay on my side. And if you have any issue, I'm going to handle you with as the same level of hostility that you have for me. I'm not going to go out of my way to do nothing to you, as long as you stay in your lane.
That's why I don't understand this need to fight for inclusion. Ain't no need to fight for inclusion. I'm not really against separating either. You know what I mean? But I'm all for having a comfortable place where your dollars are welcome and people not saying, oh, you black, I don't want you here. You know what I'm saying? I'm for establishing places where the black dollar is welcome. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't just a black dollar, but just where people are welcome no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what people.
I'm not for this.
You know what? One place where all people are welcome.
Cheers.
The Den. Not no damn shit. He ain't wasn't no niggas in Cheers. Was it? I don't remember. It's been a long time I've seen some Cheers. The Den. Everyone is welcome in the Den. I embrace you all.
Norm was black, baby. Norm was black.
No. Oh shit, no. No. Cheers was live though, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's my thing. That's my thing is that. But this is my thing. You made a great point about this inclusion shit. And like, this is why I get frustrated and annoyed with black folks wanting to be the black Little Mermaid, want to be the black this black. Why don't you create your own fucking characters? Why don't you make your own characters, make your own intellectual properties, own some shit, and start a new franchise, start a new thing? But instead, we've overcome. We got a black Little Mermaid, and she looks like Nicki Minaj. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, how's that? You know what I'm saying? How's that a fucking thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, instead of
somebody to give us something that we could create on our own, we don't have to wait for shit.
Yeah,
it's enough black people out here doing well enough to create and do whatever.
Exactly.
It's enough black people out here that can be entrepreneurs and open up black restaurants and everything else.
They just got to work on that customer service stuff.
Okay, it was this restaurant, right? It was like a little upscale restaurant. I'll say it like that. And some black women came in there, right? It was like a where you like drink wine and all that foo shit. And they was having a good time, but I guess they was a little loud.
Mm-hmm.
And, the people, wanted them to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to sit up there and oh, we spend our money here. And no, if people tell me to leave, I'll pay my bill and I'm out of there. I ain't gonna sit up here and say, oh, well, y'all can't. No, you don't want me in your establishment. I'm gonna take my money and go somewhere else. Y'all spending good money for people that don't want y'all there.
Exactly.
That's the problem I have with black people. That's the problem I really have with black people.
Like I said, with that podcast I used to watch or listen to, the something nomad, the traveling something. He was a businessman. He did business in different countries and shit. So he was basically touring around the world for free and shit. But he would always say at the end of his shit, go where you're treated best. It don't matter if it's a country, don't matter if it's a place. But see, and that's the thing, even like here in America, we talk about, we get treated so bad here. I have yet to see very many niggas leave America. You got a passport that'll take you anywhere you want to go. If you have an American passport, it's more powerful than any other passport in any, because there's certain countries you can have a passport, you still ain't getting your ass into America. But yet, I don't see niggas leaving. There's other countries that if you feel like they're going to treat you best, there's other countries where you can live much more affordably. You can sustain, you can have a lot of things. But niggas ain't pieced out. Niggas is still here, taking the oppression, taking whatever they so-called saying. Like I say, either you deal with it and you grow and you benefit from it and maximize, or I don't know. But again, like I said, I agree with you.
If they offer me an all expense paid trip to Africa, I ain't going.
What?
I'm stay right here in the great America. I'm good. I'm good over here.
Well, Sweet Berry, where they going in, Sweet Berry? Tell me where they at. Tell me where they at. I say, well, tell me where they at, Sweet Berry.
You ain't going nowhere.
I'm going.
You don't know what to do over there.
Man, I got the plug over there.
Posting the den from Africa.
The signal gonna be a little bad, but I got y'all, man. I got y'all. It might be some goats in the background. It might be
Your Wi-Fi already be bad over here in America.
What?
We definitely wouldn't.
Man, I'm gonna have to use a satellite or something like that. But I got you. I got you. I'm telling y'all, man, the den gonna be lit. It's gonna be live.
Nah, we good. Good.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Y'all don't want to let me make it. Well, I'm checking.
You can make it right here where you at.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they ain't got no Popeyes in Africa, so I don't want to be there.
Yeah. Well, you can open one. You could be an entrepreneur. You could take Popeyes to Africa.
Man, they gonna have machete fights in that bitch. I don't want nothing. Look. They're going to be outside in lines. They're going to have little goats and chickens out there and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get fresh chicken, though. My chicken going to be straight off the street.
You ain't got to serve chicken. You can serve this.
Serve what now?
I said you ain't got to serve chicken. You can serve zebra meat and lion meat. They eat that over there.
Man, do you know how hard it is to catch a zebra? If you ain't got... if you wasn't raised in that life, I guess I could hire somebody to catch it. Bum the Clyde burger shit.
You gotta get those spears. They use the spears and stuff. You gotta practice.
But see, that's all in the wrist, man. I don't know if my wrist, I injured myself.
You've been working out. You can do it. You've been working out.
No, I'm too big. I had some bad form on my pipe push-ups.
Get your kind, run them over then. Do it the old fast.
Roadkill Cafe. What you had going on, Be For Real? And then let me see. You say, Man Cave say, how many times have you gone somewhere and you were stereotyped by the color of your skin?
Who, me?
Yes, ma'am, Miss Rashida.
More times than I want to admit, but I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because people, I don't know, people just get on my nerves with that. Like, if I'm somewhere and they see a black person doing something, they assume either I know the person or, I understand what happened and looking at me to explain. Shit, I don't know either. I'm trying to find out what's going on, too.
Yeah.
I remember I was in a restaurant and a black man, he didn't like his food, and he come out. He told them people, he said, I'm black. I don't eat my eggs like this. And he walked out the restaurant. I was like, and the people looking at me like, shit, I don't know him.
You related by proxy.
It's like you feel responsible for what other black people do, and I don't like that guilt. Don't try to put that shit on me. I don't know him.
Yeah. You automatically, you got to know all other niggas. That's just kind of how it works.
But what I will say is that normally I'm kind of I'm more. Let me see how I should say this. When I go out, I try to represent a better image than the way I act when I'm not out in public. I feel like that.
Okay.
I try not to act no fool while I'm in public. I feel like that.
Okay.
Because it be situations I be wanting to really turn up and get loose, but then I be thinking to myself, Rashida, don't do that, because it's in the store, and I just have a little talk with myself, You don't want to get put out, It is what it is,
Really. Yeah, definitely, brother. Let me know about this. But see, here's my thing, and I guess this is a principle that I live by. I tell y'all, my pops, if it's one thing that I recall that he taught me, and if maybe the most important thing, don't give away your power. And I think that's a problem that we have in the black community, is giving away your power. And that means that you got to not respond to things so emotionally. Like you said, sometimes kind of take a step back and just, you really want to let it go. It'd be death trouble. Every time I really want to, how to beat the brakes off this bitch ass motherfucker. But you know what? I'm not going to give them the energy. I'm not going to let you see how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is, again.
Well, I ain't never been no fight. You know what I mean? I really haven't, but I will talk that shit.
Yeah, your name ring bells in the streets. I done heard. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Look, I heard it ring bells. You go out the street, you say the shark, niggas clear the block. Niggas clear the block. Niggas will clear the block.
No.
But
you know what? A lot of people be having that false perception of people from Chicago, like we all bad and we ganging and all that other kind of stuff. Because I remember, like, growing up, and I would go to Indiana to visit I know I'm over my 10 minutes. This is my last story, y'all, because I know some of y'all done went to sleep. But, yeah, I was about 12, 13 going to visit my cousin in Indiana. And, they was like middle class black folks. And, that's good considering back then, in those times, Yeah. So a lot of their people around them, they live in a mixed area, And the black people was like scared of me, like they was like, oh, she from Chicago, she bad. Like, you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Right. They had this image of me like I'm some thug or some fighter or something. And I was never, a fighter, Even though me and my cousin did, had to scrape with the people, the kids down the way because they were bothering him, you know what I'm saying? So I had to do my cousinly duties, because she was a girl.
I don't know. I heard Rashida left bodies in the streets.
And then she went and told her mama, and me and my cousin got a whooping for that. And he didn't even do nothing. That was me that beat her ass. Because she don't be messing with my family. That's one thing. Don't mess with my family.
That's a very interesting premise, because I want to see. Well, matter of fact, let me see what restaurant that was, because napping motherfucking Nicole, wherever she may be, probably napping right now, sent me something on the gram, and it was an older woman and some people where she was in a drive-thru. I want to make sure I got the restaurant because I want to say it was a damn Popeyes. But and the old lady was tapping on the window and saying, I'm gonna beat your ass. Well, no, she basically when they said, my daughter gonna come and beat your ass. Tell that bitch my daughter gonna come and beat your ass. for whatever reason. I think it is. What is that? No, that's down delivering with DoorDash. I can't see what restaurant it is, but it looked like it could have been a Popeyes. It could have been a Wendy's too. No, what is this? I don't know. I'm trying to see what this shirt is. Who got light blue shirts? Yeah, that's a Wendy's. Okay. So Wendy's don't ever get no. Wendy's try as much as they want to. They don't ever make no. They don't ever make no moves. But you know. But again, so like, do you think that's a bad look? Just putting your family in a situation that you may have started.
I think like if you started it, then yeah, like calling people after you the shit off and instigating shit. So, you know, yeah, that's kind of foul. But that happens all the time, though.
Because
I mean, like on the internet, even when you be going back and forth with somebody, then they talking about they gonna go get their family or whatever. Like you the one started.
Yeah, like, don't get your family fucked up for some nonsense you started. But
exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I just see a lot of people doing that. I see a lot of people get people into shit that, you know, it's a lot of niggas sitting in jail right now. Because this is why I say it's an emotion. We're gonna have to do a show about emotions. Look, we got a couple of topics we need to have this week. But you know, being you know, overriding those emotions, because a lot of people respond to shit emotionally. And then, well, once you get those things in motion, your ass sitting down. There's a lot of niggas sitting down for a long time. Whoever they catch for, you know, stabbing this man over this chicken sandwich gonna be sitting down for a long time, because you just got to think. Sometimes you got to catch yourself. Is it worth it? I'm in probably the most popular food spot in town right now, and I just killed a man. How long is it gonna be before I get arrested? You know what I mean? Like, you got to sit there and just think, like, is it worth it? What am I benefiting from this? And you know, what is the ROI, the return on investments? You know, whoop that nigga ass. I ain't telling you not to whoop his ass, check him, whatever. You know, you deal with whatever that is. But you gonna get thrown away for life. And when you sitting in that bitch, what you in here for, man? I killed a nigga over a chicken sandwich. What you gonna do? Plead insanity on that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gonna I mean, what do you get out of that, man? It is what it is. All right, Donkey, go slap some horse nuts.
About that mother that took her two daughters up to that beautiful fly or whatever, and they beat the girl up, and then the mama left them, and they end up getting shot in the head. Remember that story?
No, I don't remember that. Remember that? I don't think I recall that.
It was two daughters and the mother. They went up to the beauty supply to beat this girl up. She had something to do over a man. And they beat the girl up, right? She got a gun. I don't know where the gun came from. But they was trying to leave out, and she shot them both in the head. And they died. And the mama left.
I see. That's cold blooded right there.
I said mother. Their own mother.
That's what I'm saying.
Left them there after she the one brought them up there.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's deeper than, man. Look, I'm telling you, and this is not to be ragging, but I swear I hear it from black women, and it may not be the case with everybody, but I've heard a lot of black women tell me that they've had issues. Huh? Yeah.
You know what? Why do black women fight over men so much? That's what you need to do.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that we could talk about, but I've heard a lot of black women say that they've had issues in relationships with their own moms, and it's like, even in certain situations, it's almost competition with their own moms in certain things. And
that's what it is. A lot of black mothers, I think, they be jealous of their black daughter because she trying to be everything you want it to be.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We even talked about it.
But they spoil the son. They spoil the son, but treat the daughter like shit. Not in all homes. Somebody in the city, oh, shut up. It's a black thing. We ain't black, you understand.
But like I said, it's we got plenty more to talk about. But we're gonna get ready to wind it down here. I be telling y'all I'm gonna go so long. No, we wrapping it up. Yeah, we wrapping it up. I said I was gonna go. Yeah, I said I was gonna stop at midnight. I was supposed to go an hour and a half. We can go an hour over that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Y'all, he trying to get the Popeyes before they close.
Yeah, let me see what time.
That's what that is.
What time it is? Yeah, you know. Look, all I'm saying is this, man. I don't see. I love the Den folk, and I fuck with y'all because I said I was only gonna do an hour and a half because I was gonna kill it at midnight, but we didn't keep the conversation. Y'all blame Miss Rashida. See, what she did, she gamed me. She hit me with the okie doke and had me.
I don't see nobody in the chat complaining.
Let me see who in there. Let me see who in there complaining. I got to scroll back. I ain't got my mouse. I ain't got my mouse on me right now. I got to scroll back and see.
Oh yeah. And don't forget, everybody, that was early that he owe y'all pistachio.
I got a list right here on my little legal pad on the little sidebar, a little outside the margins. I got a list. It's about 12 names
now
on the list.
I'm scared to go to Popeyes tomorrow. Shit.
What's that, man? Look, I used to tell y'all that McDonald's was the worst place to go.
I'm messing around with some people in there though. They better not mess with me.
Man.
I ain't for that shit.
Man, look, I'm telling y'all, I used to say McDonald's was the worst place you could go. You liable to get fucked off going to McDonald's. Now Popeyes is taking that.
Man, what you complaining about? Oh, Miss Grace, you gonna do me like that? You say you need some pistachio because I went over the time. Oh man, Miss Grace, how you do me like that?
Where we at? Hold on, let me see something.
So Lisa, what time is the sauce? What time you gonna do the sauce tomorrow?
Probably 7:00 Central Time tomorrow.
He said probably about 7:00. I love you too, man. Up. But so Lisa, he say 7. He be on CP time, so about 7:30. But check at 7 anyway. I love you too, Miss Grace. I love most of y'all in the den. The ones I don't like, y'all know who y'all are. So.
That's tough. I thought we all got along in the den.
Thank you, Ronald Isley. I try to have a good call every time, but you welcome, Solis. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I be enjoying your call, Solis. You need to call in more often.
It's all right. Let me see. Let me check. I'm gonna check my list. I think 335 was on the early bird list.
Trying to start shit with Sweet Berry. You know she don't play about her pistachio. You better not deduct shit from Sweet Berry. Gonna get a pistachio inside your head. A brick, probably.
Damn. See, now this, the pistachio game turned into Popeyes. It's tough.
Brandon, why you putting up the answering them questions for them pistachio? Leave that for them people that's in the den. You a moderator. You don't need no damn pistachio.
Why that man can't get no pistachios?
Cause I said he can't. That's for Sweet Berry and only him.
Y'all
gotta be quick because Brandon ass be sneaky.
But see, he has to, he gathers the pistachios to distribute to those in pistachio need. It's kind of like Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying?
You, Sweet Berry. Don't worry about it.
Already. All right, look, we can wrap this
Brandon
up.
already know the questions. Brandon know the questions. That's why he answers so fast.
Look, let me put this on my list.
The questions come to his computer first, so they be cheating. Him and Honcho be cheating.
Now I got remote access to the computer now. That's tough. That is tough. I gotta ask some more questions. Let me put that in my notes. I gotta ask some more questions so that way I can change the game up on y'all. But
Brandon, give Miss Grace her pistachio. She say you ain't never gave her none.
All right, Miss Rashid, we finna wrap it up.
We ain't finna wrap up shit. This extended in, y'all.
Shit.
Hey, y'all, this extended in. I took over.
It's an already been extended. G-Money, what's the motherfucking deal? I thought I saw you earlier. Appreciate
All
your
you
love.
got to do is lay your phone down and go do what you got to do, because I'm talking to the chat people. You know what I'm saying?
See, now you
come back.
Now you utilizing up my Wi-Fi.
You can go on to sleep, Honcho. Go on to sleep. We good.
I ain't never tell you what's up,
I'm
Paula.
just
My
kidding,
fault.
y'all have a good night. I'm gone. I'm just messing with Honcho. You have a good night,
Honcho Claus. You too, Miss Rashid. I always enjoy your calls, and I'll be pulling up at the
No, you don't. No, you don't. When you get off the phone, you go talk about me with Miss Honcho. That goddamn Rashida, she get on my goddamn nerves, but I got to answer her calls anyway.
Nah, that is false. Those are falsehoods. I appreciate each and everybody's calls, and I especially enjoy.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Wow. So I can't. I don't.
Did you put Miss Meat after being?
No.
Good night, Miss Gray.
I would never. Why would I do that? Why would I put Miss Meat? I enjoy Miss Meat's calls too.
Okay.
Me and Miss Meat, we argue, but I enjoy Miss Angela's calls. I definitely, they're engaging, and they are interesting.
Somebody said that you ever had homemade lemonade from Popeyes.
Yeah, I had some a while back. I haven't had any recently. That's that
How
ghetto,
was it? I didn't try it.
that ghetto Kool-Aid lemonade. That's that Mexican
It's
lemonade.
ghetto Kool-Aid. It ain't good.
No, that shit good
I
as
don't want to
hell.
waste my money.
That shit good. I'm telling y'all, look, Mexican Kool-Aid, Mexican lemonade, and even though Popeyes ain't Mexican, but Popeyes lemonade is on the level of Mexican lemonade. But Mexican lemonade and hood Kool-Aid are the same. Okay? These are facts. If you ain't never went to a real authentic Mexican place and got the lemonade, you bullshitting yourself. Like, I don't care where it ain't got to be no name brand, nothing. You got to be like an off-brand mom and pop Theo and Thea shop, and get you some fucking lemonade. Horchata is great too.
I like the tamarind. You know what tamarind is?
Yeah, like
that's the shit from the Mexican places. The tamarind. I'm telling y'all, tamarind. I don't know what the hell that shit is,
like
but that's some good ass shit right there. Tamarind.
Like orange shit.
That's what y'all need to mess with right there.
You don't know about no agua fresca.
Oh, hell yeah, that horchata too. That horchata be his too. Hell yeah. I don't know what be in none of that shit. But I know it's good. That's all I know.
Man, what is that? That arroz con leche. Man, I tell you, I used to hang out with other Hispanic people when I was young. When I first had that shit with the rice, the milk, with the cinnamon and all that shit, look, that was the greatest.
Y'all drink that coquito with the eggnog and shit?
What?
And the liquor? Oh, coquito. Coquito. Y'all know what the hell I'm saying.
That sound like cocaine.
Yeah, that's good too.
So,
aqua fresca.
Confirm that Ronald Isley is not black. She is Puerto Rican. I'm gonna start fucking with y'all, man. But yes, Miss Rashid, I'm sliding out a little bit of that. We done. This conversation is over. But I do enjoy talking to you, regardless of what you think. You start talking about CQ10, vitamin supplements, and all that other shit. I don't even know what you're talking about.
The people in the chat are still talking to me.
Now you blaming the chat people. I can't believe it.
They did ask some questions. You were trying to ignore their questions. I was
they not that Mexican. But you said Mamacitas. I know not to go there. Then that's terrible. What kind of shit is that? You gonna call yourself Mamacitas and not have the necesitas? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, and Stanley, he said he gonna put the early bird pistachios in our accounts after the stream, which I don't even believe him. But you know what I'm saying? Check your account now, and then check the next time to make sure you got it. That's all.
I got y'all. I'm telling y'all. But I'm finna slide out of here because I'm finna take my ass to bed so I can get up here in a couple hours and go lights jog until I start running. But I appreciate your call, Miss Rashida, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good evening.
You too.
Yeah. All right, folks. We got to have one outstanding call. I ain't see Professor Trio, so we let Miss Rashida wrap it up with the call this evening. But I'm gonna slide up out of here and see if I can do 2 days in a row of exercising, or not even necessarily exercising, but actually taking my ass out of here and stretching these legs. I was running, and I was running under some little overpass, I guess whatever you want to call them. Seen some homeless people, or a homeless dude. I was a little ways down the way. I think if I remember, I'm gonna make him a sandwich or something in the morning. See if he wants that shit. I got my little Rockets bag that Hector had shot me. That was cool. So I take that. I throw me some little waters and shit in there because I didn't know if I was gonna die. getting out there trying to run because it's been so long. So I took me some hydration just in case. But already, man, appreciate you coming through. But you know what I'm saying? I just you got a quote for me. What's that? It's been a minute. But I think I'm gonna do something kind. I think I'm gonna shoot him a little breakfast or something when I go running out there, depending on what time I go. I plan on getting up for 5, but if I oversleep, I'll go about 7 or so. Man, my favorite quote is quote 14. I don't know why. It's so funny. I haven't seen my name in quite some time. I hope Miss My Name is all right. Haven't seen her in a while, but that's that's one of my favorite fucking quotes. Oh man, y'all already know that nigga's whole existence is questionable. I'm not even gonna get started on that, gentleman. I'm not even gonna get started on that guy. But yes, for those who are asking, we will be saucing tomorrow. I haven't had content since last week that I've been meaning to record. It's just been a timing issue. Got a lot to talk about. Got some stuff to drop on the podcast. It's just, like I say, it's been working to get some things in order to be more efficient. And just give y'all better content, man. Because like I say, I'm never, I'm never satisfied with what I'm putting out. Y'all may think it may or may not. So sometimes I'd end up taking a little bit of time, falling back and just really looking over a bunch of stuff and finding everything that I find fault with and trying to find ways that I can improve that. So, expect some differences, some new looks again, and some pre-recorded for the den too. I guess I'm trying to find something in the den that kind of matches. I don't, because the den is not the same. I'm not going to say matches the, that matches the fucking some collard pistachios. But I gotta. Damn, that's the man. Oh, I'm glad you said that. Look, y'all got a mission. Okay, here is the mission. I told y'all by the end of the year I want to take some time and do like a compilation. We already in November. I should have said this at the beginning of November, but I've been missing days and shit, so that's on me. I want y'all to try to go back, remember whatever video it may be. If y'all got some time, listen to old dens or whatever y'all got going, and find your favorite calls. I want to put together a compilation of favorite calls. And even if I got to do, maybe like serious calls, funny calls, stories. Because there's some there, man. There's been a couple of stories that have been extremely touching. And I just want to put some of those things together. Some of the craziest calls, some of the just craziest, for whatever it may be. I may have to break them down in a few different categories because it would be a super long video. But I want y'all to find your favorite calls, and I guess I got to get the proper way to submit them. If you got a list or something, because it'll be hard for me just to catch them all while I'm in the chat and do it. If you want to send a link, you can either hit me. If you're in the Facebook group, you can send us something maybe through Messenger. If you can send an email to denshowlive at Gmail. If you want to send it through email, you can hit me with a DM on either the Twitter. And let me fix this so that way y'all know. For those who missed it, I'm not using the Den Show line Twitter anymore. Make sure you're following at Honcho HTX, the Twitter and Instagram. I'm not using the Den Show Live Twitter and Instagram anymore, so make sure you're following me there. If you want to hit me on one of those and maybe send me links to your favorite videos, just tell me which call. I'll try to get it. Like I said, I'll start chopping them up because I want to drop that hopefully before the end of the year, and just drop a couple of videos, best of the den, something like that. So if you have thoughts, ideas, feelings, whatever it may be, let me know. That's all I got. He was on Miss Grace. I apologize, Miss Grace. I apologize. I was gonna wrap it up with Miss Rashida. No, I'm working on that too. Like I said, what I'm gonna do is because the service I'm using right now, Teespring, is cool, but there's some other services that have some additional options. But I'm gonna have to kind of do my own site to access some of those options. Because I know some people have asked about hats and stuff like that, and I do those through a different service. So I'm gonna be working on that this week, and it'll be a new link, and I'll probably put everything there from the sauce gear to, and the Den Show stuff and just some other random things. So hopefully I can have that done by the end of the week. It's just a bunch of shit going on. Just a bunch. But like I say, primarily is getting organized and utilize my time. And talking about time, I need to slap my ass about it and get some rest. But I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. It is an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. I thank you for coming. A couple of new folks came through this evening. Hope y'all enjoyed. Again, we do this live every night, 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you're following on all the proper social media. Den Show, at Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter if you want to keep up with whatever the topic's going to be for the day. Den Show Live. Make sure you like the Facebook page and make sure you come join the Facebook group. Links in the description below. With that being said, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all all for showing up. Y'all be cool. Look, y'all ain't got to go home. But you gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. I'm gone.